smiles.com.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
WKGN 1340, go Vols!
You're tuned in to East Tennessee's premier sports radio call-in show. This is The Drive.
And hello, good afternoon, and welcome to another stellar edition of The Drive here on Fan Run Radio. Russell Smith punching the time clock. It's good to be on my side of the table again. It was weird over there yesterday.
Oh, you were over there yesterday?
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the thing. The camera set up, you know, it's a whole thing. Oh, but I was over there. You weren't here. Walker was here. And our special guest co-host today, who could they see on their
yeah, they can see him.
Everybody say hello to the Sheik. Hello, Haji.
Welcome.
Hello, boys.
Welcome.
Good to see you.
You can talk out of both sides of your mouth then, I guess.
Live and in the
He
flesh.
never has a problem doing that.
Oh, hey.
Sorry.
Easy.
I thought I didn't realize I said it out loud.
Easy.
Good to be back in the land of my people.
Yeah, man.
The land, the greenery and the hospitality. You know, I had to go to Waffle House yesterday morning just because I was, you know.
They don't have Waffle House in the desert?
It's not.
They do.
It's not the same.
It's not easy to get to, and it is not the same.
It's
That's
not.
right.
It's nowhere near as good.
And
yeah,
they,
I forgot you and Walker can trade Arizona stories.
That's right.
We do just about every time.
Wait, what do you mean? How different can scrambled eggs and waffles be?
Good question.
They can't. They're just different. I
They
don't know how to
do
describe it. It's
gravy
just not the
well.
same.
Yeah.
It's just
Really?
not as good.
They don't call you honey and
Well, they throw
sweetheart
down.
and, yeah, all that good
Well,
stuff.
be hun. Always
I-
makes you feel good.
I got a triple dose from one girl at Weigel's yesterday, so the hospitality is real.
Oh, yeah.
Feeling the love out
Yeah,
here.
well, welcome back, my friends. Good to
Thanks.
see you.
Yeah, you too. Good to be back.
I know we've got a special announcement about the Cover Boys. People wondering about the Cover Boys, what the future holds for them, what's in store for 2026. We're going to talk about that in hour number 2. Coming up here in just a few minutes, we've got our pal Adam Sparks from KnoxNews.com set to join the show, talk all things Tennessee football, and we got a lot of other things to get into. I don't know if you guys heard yesterday, Bear, Haji, we just randomly stumbled into, we were doing like your all-time UT running backs rotation, like that you've seen personally with your own eyes. So you can't pull out Gene McKever, Bear.
Right. Well, I never saw him.
But
No,
Bob
no,
might
I
have
didn't.
been able. Bob might have been able to go with Cafigo, but he remembers that 39 season vividly, I'm sure. But no, we did that. That was fun. We'll do receivers later today.
Love this game.
Best Tennessee wide receivers you see. This is so fun because Bear, Haji, a little older than me. Walker is a pup.
Certainly.
Walker is a baby. He's still wet behind the ears.
He's got a very narrow time gap of which to
Yeah.
pick from that. Quite frankly, he's behind the 8 ball because me and you and Haji, all of us saw the greats.
Oh, we saw some good ones, but I don't think Walker. I mean, Walker's seen some good ones. Like Walker, if you're going, when did you start becoming a fan? 2012?
Yeah, early 2010s.
That's nobody in the top 5, maybe one.
No,
Maybe
you
one.
haven't thought this through yet. I mean, go take a look at
We're
2010.
talking about trios or individuals.
Individuals.
Yeah, we're going to do your 3 best or 4 best wide receivers. We'll do we'll Rushmore it.
I mean, there's only one. He had one
Well,
great year.
Hold on. No, no.
There's more than one.
You got
There's
to
more than
dig
one.
a little deeper, my friend.
Hold that line.
There's some very good ones here just in the last 15 years, oddly. Let's start with this little slice of life segment for you. We're talking traffic this afternoon on the show.
The band?
So, no, Bear. Another thing Walker has no idea. So, I'm coming back from the gym today. You know the intersection Cedar Bluff and Peters Road, right?
Yes. Yes.
Very busy intersection. Always a wreck happening in that
Been involved in
intersection.
one. Got hit by a drunk driver there.
It's tough, man.
Almost died.
Yeah, I've never had any accidents there, but I live in the Cedar Bluff area, so I'm always coming past there. Coming back from the gym, approaching that intersection, there's a wreck. So I'm just sitting there for a while. Now, I woke up this day. I'm already thinking about this intersection because in preparation for our visit with Adam Sparks on the show today, I go over to knoxnews.com, see what's cooking on the Sentinel's website. You still get the actual paper, Bear?
No. Every once in a blue moon.
Sunday.
My parents get it. I read the Sunday paper.
Now, if I'm in like if I'm at the doctor's office and there's one sitting around, I will snatch it up, read it cover to cover.
So I'm reading knoxnews.com. You know that big, open, grassy area. There's a lot of people who have no idea what I'm talking about. But on the corner there, Cedar Bluff and Peters Road, right next to McScrooge's liquor store.
Yes.
Huge, undeveloped piece of land.
Yeah. For that area, yeah.
So recently it has been fenced off. They're starting to develop that. And I found out what's going in there today.
Oh.
There's housing development. There's going to be apartments put in there.
Really?
About 200 units.
I didn't figure that'd be big enough right there.
I didn't either. I don't think it is.
Is it going up?
It's probably going to have to go up. But that is already, as an intersection, one of the banes of my existence. And now you're going to add 200 apartment units there. I mean, that place is going to be an utter disaster.
I just imagine when they're all moving in.
Yeah.
All the trucks.
Complete disaster.
400 young people.
Yeah.
In their prime
cars.
drinking careers.
Yeah, McScrooge's has hit the jackpot. I mean, they're all those bars and everything abridged.
What's
whatever's
the one,
back there.
even
Tennessee
the ones-
Tap House. Yeah.
Well, yeah, and then on down on Kingston Pike, is it Carolina?
Carolina that's like they've hit the jackpot. This would be great for them. The other thing here, and I feel bad about this, is just me getting older and more crotchety, but you read the article and like a certain percentage of the units are going to be like, I don't even know what it,
Section 8?
made available to people whose income is below the local
Section
median,
8.
Something like that.
Yeah, no, that's what it is. Section 8 has
That
it.
is an odd place for that.
Yeah, well,
Believe
and
it's
it's
6.5.
already like the drug activity there is skyrocketed. When I moved to that area in like 2018, you get off the interstate, you might see a panhandler, at the
Off ramp.
off ramp.
Yeah.
It just in the last almost 10 years now that I've lived there, the homeless populations and just the drug activity. I get like alerts sent to my email, like whenever somebody's arrested.
Well,
and
sure.
just
but
violent crime just constantly.
In Crimea River, I live in North Knoxville, bro.
Well, that's
Over
what
off Merchants.
no offense, but that's kind of what I'm hoping my area of town doesn't turn into.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Head on a swivel at all times.
So I'm reading this crotchety old man and I'm like, oh, great. So now a traffic nightmare is going to go into just complete overdrive. And we're going to have more delinquent derelicts, whatever you want to call it, inhabiting the area. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Welcome to my life, man. You gotta
What are
get
we
your
to do?
mail in as soon as it hits the box.
The what?
The mail.
They're going to steal my mail?
I mean, that's typically what happens. Packages, porch pirate.
Oh, package. Yeah. Like somebody's coming
Oh,
for
they'll
the
go through your mailbox.
somebody's
yeah.
coming for the mailers and that's all I get are political mailers and
Well,
Only after tax season, right? Tax returns or
no, I mean, they'll just go through everything, man. They're like that.
they're like that.
Yeah.
I thought I was
criminals
going to
are
be the judgmental.
No. No. Everybody should have cattle prods.
Cattle prods?
Yeah. Those big sticks that you
To-
shock.
To shock people randomly in public?
If you're on my property and looking
Oh.
to take my Amazon package, yeah. I don't want to shoot you. Just going to give you a little Joel to Edison medicine, as Steve Inman calls it.
at least get the package out of their hands.
So you're in favor of electrocuting the homeless?
Whoa.
If they're stealing my stuff, yes.
Seem a little harsh, Walker?
A little bit.
I mean, I get it.
I'm not
If they're-
talking about killing him.
if they're committing a crime, if they're stealing his property, stuff that's meant for him, and he's not killing them, he's just incapacitating them, giving them a chance to ride the lightning.
I mean, it's either that or I'm going to have to get a Rottweiler again.
Haji, you got homeless, drug issues, and
Phoenix is it's all
It's
over.
bad.
Phoenix is one of the
all
most
over.
dangerous cities in America.
But it's also stretching across the valley toward Scottsdale too. It used to be you could measure it by roads. So Central Avenue, Phoenix, the easiest city to get around in the country because it's all just a big grid. Central Avenue goes north and south. To the east are the streets. So you got First Street. So I live near 111th Street. And then if you go west in the avenues, that's where you don't want to be on the west side.
West Side.
Until you get
Stay away.
Until you get on the other side of like the perimeter, the 101 that goes around the city, and then it's
the
nice
east
and
side of
booming out there.
Scottsdale.
But yeah, so it used to be you didn't want to go west of 7th Street, and then it was 16th and 32nd, and now you're seeing it 56th Street and
Do you have like homeless
on-
tents and like that whole thing?
a lot of signs, a lot of people at the bus stops
Yeah.
just
Dude.
strung out. Yeah.
Oh, like dudes bent over at the waist,
Yeah.
just oh man,
What are they on when
Zombies.
they're doing that? Anybody got
fentanyl.
it? Is that what it is?
I guess
think
so.
It's a lot of different things, I'm sure.
Y'all ever had it like in a medical setting?
No,
Oh.
no,
What,
I
heroin?
don't think so.
No, fentanyl.
no.
I think most is fentanyl
Beam me
out
to
there.
the planet Xenon in a heartbeat.
Yeah, I don't know what to do. I mean, I guess we got to have housing. We got to have affordable housing, but
Yeah, there was
a
one,
little bit of a NIMBY here, not in my bag. Over there, man.
Well,
With the affordable housing over in Bears Neck of the Woods.
Oh, ain't you? Yeah.
I lived at
I've got
Concept.
plenty of it.
I lived at Concepts back in the day, and that was a pretty nice place to stay. Now Copper
was
Point,
that? Copper-
Gallagher View, and Gleason Road,
Oh yeah,
across from Bearden, basically.
Oh, okay.
And there's a Section 8 housing right across the street
I
between
tore-
there and Bearden.
I tore a car up once in there. It was the stupidest thing I've ever done behind the wheel. One of the stupidest things I've ever done behind the wheel of a car. I was delivering food in there, and they had like one of those things you have to like punch the code to get in because there's a gate. And for some reason, I don't know if my code didn't work or something, but I had to back up, and I like backed up and hit the front left of my car, like tore the headlight out on that button thing that you got to push in.
Was it
the
nighttime?
code? No, that's the thing.
Oh.
It was like the middle of the day too.
Yeah, that was a place that had like that
I
fountain.
felt so
We'd
dumb.
go through and like you'd unscrew the cap off a big jug of liquid laundry detergent and just toss it in the fountain.
What are you talking about
And
now?
it would foam like half the road.
Liquid detergent in a okay. Anyway, we got a lot to get into here this afternoon. Adam Sparks coming up from your Knoxville News Sentinel in just a few minutes. Looking forward to chatting with him as we are a week from tomorrow. Preseason practice opens
Bring
with
it.
the Big Orange.
Yes, sir.
You ready?
Absolutely.
You got your game face on?
Absolutely. What is it, 32 days now?
Yeah, I've learned in 20 some years of doing this stuff that it's kind of like a false dawn. What do you call it? Indian summer, whatever I'm trying to say here. But like people get so excited about the beginning of fall camp, and then it gets here and it's really not that exciting. And you realize, oh, there's still 4 more weeks until the season.
Strawberry spring.
You just don't want to hear injuries. That's what I always worry about in preseason.
Oh,
Yeah, but
Why would you even say it?
We're
Yeah.
definitely in the horse latitudes of the sports calendar for the year.
horse latitudes. That's it too.
Yeah, the doldrums.
How
Parts of
many
the
weather
ocean.
calendar?
Parts of the ocean where there's no wind, and you hit the doldrums, and then you're just stranded.
This is a rough week, man. Topic wise, Walker, are you looking for stories for like your top 4, top 5?
I was earlier, yeah.
There's not a lot going on, man.
Well,
I could find you a couple
I'd
of weird
say
ones.
there's been some fun things said up in Chicago at Big Ten Media Days.
Really?
today. Yeah.
They're feeling themselves up there, Russ.
You want
Hey, man.
you want one right now?
They've won 3 in a row. Sure, hit me.
Illinois coach Brett Bielema said
This
that
guy.
the SEC
This freaking guy.
and Greg
Bert
Sankey,
Bulimia.
quote, I know Sankey has got to protect the SEC and they kind of want to live in 2005 forever. But I think the forward thinking of where we are in college football is an awesome thing.
Okay. I mean, he's right. Like, Ohio State is the favorite in all these preseason polls, as well they should be. They've got everything coming back. The SEC, like,
I'm rooting for Texas
you're rooting for Texas
against them.
Yeah.
I mean but okay, I get that.
I think it helps us in addition.
I get that if you're an SEC guy and you're tired of the Big Ten and you don't like Penn State or Ohio State, whatever. But do you really believe in Sark and Texas?
I do.
I believe in Arch Manning.
They're 1.5 point favorites.
You believe in Arch Manning?
Yeah, you go back and look at the totality of his season last year. No loss. He had a really rough start. Did not look good. Midway through the season, he started putting it together. Last part of the season, he looked like a Manning.
Against who?
Well, the best QBR in the country since October 1st.
Against who?
Arch Manning.
Everyone he played at the end of the
Look at
season. Look at the schedule. I just know that, speaking anecdotally, he got a lot better as the year went on.
Not
he kind of reminded me of another Manning I knew.
Exactly. No matter who he was playing,
Whoa.
Did he play
Texas
well?
A&M the last game.
Comparing him to his uncles now?
I'm just saying, it looked very familiar, his progression last year.
Let's see this guy win a game that matters before we start comparing him
Look
to
up his
Peyton
schedule for
Nealon.
me, please,
They
John.
beat Michigan in the Citrus.
Oh.
They beat A&M in the last game of the season.
They beat a Michigan team whose coach was, shall we say, preoccupied at the time.
It's the Texas A&M win that
They beat number 9 Vanderbilt.
They did pummel them, didn't they? What was
They
the
got
score?
smoked by Georgia, though.
They didn't pummel Vanderbilt. They won that game by 3.
I don't know. The kid looked good at the end of last year.
So
I hate Ohio State.
His big
right now.
win.
They are running off the mouth at
let's-
us so much, Russ.
His big win is against Michigan last year.
No, he beat Oklahoma by 17,
Okay.
and they were a playoff team.
Mhm.
He did school Oklahoma. That was probably the best.
23-6. Like, let's pump the brakes. They didn't run away and hide from Oklahoma. Their defense won.
I will say this: this is the type of thing that I want to hear.
If
This
you
is the
guys,
narrative
hey,
that I want to hear.
if
So
you
I have
guys want to
narrative
crown
fade.
him, go ahead and crown him. All I'm saying is he looks goofy out there. He hasn't
He's
won a game.
Manning. Of course, he looks goofy. They all look goofy.
Hasn't
except
won
for
any
Archie.
big games. I'm just saying. I think Ohio State goes down there and kicks their teeth in.
I got
second
Texas.
week of the season.
I'll lay the 1.5, minus 122
Is that a
on
right
the money
side?
line.
Right here, right now, middle of the summer. We're
It's
gonna
an
get
early
one.
play right now. I don't call the right side
You
just
just
yet.
got to have.
Don't you want them to be 3-0 when they come in here?
You don't want him coming in here
I haven't
angry
thought about it really.
with
what
their
I
backs
want
against the
from
wall.
them.
I want to see Ohio State have to win out. Or
I want to. No, I mean, I wouldn't mind if they come in here with a loss to Ohio State and that fan base, because the pressure that's going to be on them at that point, like the infighting and dissension, could really work in our favor. Have to come in here in a hornet's nest.
But based on the signing or the commitment last week, you kind of want to see that their fat fan base melt down too a little bit, wouldn't you?
Oh, they're and we might steal another 5-star from them.
Speaking of when he committed, I'll say this too. I shouldn't say it out loud, and certainly not on the air. But as soon as he committed, my only thought was just don't get hurt in your senior season.
I said he should opt out.
I'd be fine with that.
His whole senior season, just opt out.
Yeah.
All right. We'll talk to Adam Sparks about all this when we continue. Stay with us. Just scratching the surface on a Tuesday afternoon edition of The Drive. Back with more Fan Run Radio right after this.
The Drive.
105.7 FM, 1340 AM. Online at fanrunradio.com and streaming on the free Fan Run Radio app. This is Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
Yeah, it's the beginning of the week, so there's not much to do in Knoxville, right? Wrong. Get out to Covenant Health Park because your Knoxville Smokies have Taco Tuesday and All-You-Can-Eat Wednesday with all the good food you can eat for less than $20. And that includes game tickets. Sweet. Thursdays, get your drink on with Thirsty Thursday and half-off draft beers. So beginning of the week blues, no more. Get your tickets now at SmokiesBaseball.com.
Knoxville Smokies. Citizens National Bank.
Life is more fun with a Good Life account, offering extra benefits, including bank travel. Experience the trip of a lifetime to Ireland. Explore rolling green hills, historic castles, and charming villages across the Emerald Isle. Get in on the fun. Call 865-429-7935 today.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jacob Wolko. Here at Knoxville Smiles, every smile is unique and every smile has a story. We would love to get to know you and help you smile brighter with confidence. If you've been looking for a dental home that treats you like more than just a set of teeth, we would love to welcome you to the family. Please give us a call at 865-539-1776 or visit us at knoxvillesmiles.com. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles.
Is your yard starting to look more wild than welcoming? Yeah, don't let your landscape be that house on the block. At ECR Total Landscapes, we make sure your outdoor space is something you're proud of. From de-weeding flower beds to leaf blowing, trimming, mulching, and more, completely customizable to your property's specific needs. We'll handle it all. Why spend your weekends sweating it out in the yard when you can just sit back and enjoy it? That's the ECR difference. And right now, new customers can get 10% off your first month of our monthly maintenance package when you sign up for a full calendar year. That's right. Consistent, reliable service at a price that makes it easy to get started. No sweat, no hassle, just a better looking lawn week after week. Call ECR Total Landscapes today and mention promo code FANRUN to save 10% on your first month. Call 865-384-2012 or visit us online at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
To be joined now by our pal Adam Sparks over at KnoxNews.com, your Knoxville News Sentinel, University of Tennessee football beat writer. Good afternoon, Adam. How are you, sir?
Hey guys, how's it going? We're almost there.
Hey,
almost to the start line.
What 1 week of precious freedom for Mr. Sparks until he is just engrossed in Tennessee football for what, 4 or 5 months?
Yeah, at least that. When's the CFP national title game? Is it late January now?
I think they're playing it in March this year. It just keeps getting back further and further.
It could be.
Adam, it is an interesting time of year, no doubt. And I'll get your thoughts on this before we get into some of the granular Tennessee stuff. But these uniform patch deals that were announced today, I about fell out of my chair when I saw Ohio State $17 million a year from Chase Bank, and thought, that'll be the very top of the sponsorship dollars for a long time. And then like 2 hours later, Notre Dame says they're getting $18 to $20 million a year from SoFi. I think we all know that the sponsor patches are inevitable on the uniforms. I'm just wondering what you think is the conversations are like in Tennessee's office. Surely they are hunting for a sponsorship patch deal of their own, but man, it seems like Ohio State and Notre Dame are setting the market really high for these numbers.
Yeah, actually, I had not seen the Notre Dame SoFi one yet, so that's interesting. We just assume it's going to be, it'll eventually be here. I guess because Pilot is on Neyland, that means it most likely would not be on the uniforms. I think that could. The problem with Tennessee is that it's not. They don't have a navy uniform or a black uniform or something like that, gray uniform. So you can't. Think of all the different logos that could be. If you put that on orange, it's really going to stick out. I think of so I'm a Braves fan, and the patches don't really bother me that much. I'm not a purist, but when I see the Braves uniforms and I see that yellow Quickcrete,
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, could you guys not have found like some kind of navy or red company to put on your uniforms? So I guess beggars can't be choosers, but you don't have to be beggars. And to answer your question sort of about the dollar amount, yeah, I mean, everybody's got a price. And if you had told me, well, it's $1 million a year, $2 million a year, I'd say never. But yeah, if you're talking about $15 to $20 million plus, I mean, that would fund most of your rev share budget each year.
Yeah.
So that would happen. I say that now because it looks like in the works is what's the latest number? Like $51 million is the new number that the Protect College Sports Act is pushing for. So that would only be like a third of the budget moving forward.
I didn't see that. So that $50 million a year in revenue share is what they're pushing for?
Yeah, well, it's the newest proposal, and some of this is yesterday, some of this is today because it's working through Congress and the conference commissioners, and Cody Campbell, Texas Tech, I believe, was even in on the conversation, which is just crazy when you can just have a booster be in the negotiations and things. But yeah, the latest that I saw was the Protect Sports Act. The proposal or the amendments were I think the idea was you would keep the rev share, which is directly from the schools, $21+ million. And then you would have a $25 million pool, a retention pool. So that'd be $25 million on top of the 21. That $25 million would only be used to retain players. And then you would have an additional $5 million that would be used, that would be women's only sports. So you could push those numbers back and forth. You could use the rev share for whatever you want, but I think all those things have been added to the proposal for different reasons. The $5 million for women's sports, that would just to try to hold back complaints about Title IX. Where you'd say, hey, look, they're getting $5 million. So that would maybe satisfy some people. The $25 million retention pool, I think, is to try to slow down transfer portal, at least guys transferring from one Power 4 to another Power 4. If you have $25 million separate to pay to retain players, then there's probably a better chance that you could keep them because you've got a lot of designated money to pay guys to stay. And then your $21 million rev share, you could use that to retain players too, but you could also just use it basically as your transaction money to get new players from the portal and for recruits. Of course, again, all that adds up to more than $50 million. And the legal obstacles, I think, are, if you could hammer that in as the ceiling, then that could put a stop to a lot of this. And then if you could get to $50 million a year, you're in. The problem is that there's still some thoughts that could instead be the ceiling, be the floor. If you put all those numbers in, what's to stop somebody from spending $60 million and saying, what can you do about it? So it's a nice idea. We'll see if it happens. If it gets put into law, though, it's, there's something to it.
I just wonder what the casual fan thinks about all this. Cause I mean, you mentioned being a Braves fan, and in baseball, like one of the big topics right now, right, is the impending labor stoppage that could wipe out a big chunk of next year. And as a casual baseball fan, Adam, I'm just like, I don't care about it. Like, I'm not going to read the union's proposal and the back and forth and all that stuff. I just watch the games kind of casually. It's a fun thing to maybe put a little money on or something, or go see a ball game or something like that. But I think fans are going to look at, college football the same way. Right. I mean, it's you and I are going to obsess over this and you really get granular with the details and everything. But I think a lot of this is just very off-putting to common fans.
Yeah. I mean, think about what we're saying in the numbers that I just put out, that you're designated $25 million to just retain players. Aside from getting new players, that means each of those players would know each year that their school had $25 million available to give them a raise. So then you would have players even more so than now pushing for raises, knowing that could push their teammate out the door. If I get $400,000 this year, and I know there's more money in the pot, well, I want double. I want $800,000. Well, that means they're not going to retain two other guys in my position. It's going to become it's business now, but it's going to become more and more of that if these numbers keep skyrocketing.
Adam Sparks, KnoxNews.com, taking a few with us here this afternoon. Adam, any big takeaways from Tennessee's appearance at SEC Media Days last week in Tampa?
Yeah, I thought I was one of the few down there because it was in Tampa. Most media didn't travel, at least from Knoxville. I was actually down there because I was getting off of a cruise ship to Puerto Rico. I got off in Orlando the day before Media Days and just drove over to Tampa. So I was in the area.
Nice.
But the thing that jumped out to me among a handful of things was that I asked Josh Heupel how he felt about or why he didn't like the idea of rotating quarterbacks. I knew he didn't like it, where you play one guy 2 series and the other guy 2 series. So I said, obviously your preference is to pick a guy and stick with a guy. And he hedged a little bit, more so than I'd seen in the spring. And his answer was something like, well, you have a guy earn it, you name that guy the starter, but after that, he has to go prove it on the field or earn it on the field. And that was hedging to me a little bit. I reading between the lines, that sounded a little bit like, he was trying to say, well, if we have a Joe Milton, Hendon Hooker situation, you got to consider that. He even said when I asked the question, it's played out different ways here. We have to consider all the different ways. So that just told me what we kind of assumed anyway, but Josh Heupel, I wouldn't have thought would have admitted to, is that if the competition is close enough, whoever he names as a starter, don't put that in stone. Don't put that in stone at least till the end of the Georgia Tech game. And that would even depend on whether or not they win the Georgia Tech game and that person plays well, because I still think this will probably go into the season and you will win. You will have the job in fall camp, but you will win the job by how you play in games.
Well, that's one of my observations from last week is that, fans and media have just taken it upon themselves to anoint Faison Brandon the starter. Like nobody is talking about George in this thing. And if you listen to Heupel talking, granted it's Heupel. He plays his cards very close to the vest. But when he does speak, to hear him talk about it, he says it's still wide open. And I would imagine next week, I would expect George to still get the first crack at it, like the first reps and the portions of practice that you guys get to see. Now, who knows what happens behind closed doors and what they really think about it. But I still probably lean towards like Faison is going to have to take it from him still.
Yeah, I think, there's a few things there. Yes, I do think George will get the first snaps when we're out there on next Wednesday. Now, you could look at that and say, well, Jake Merklinger did too. It's sort of the ceremonial thing that you do with the older guy
seniority.
who's already been there. But, yeah, so I went around SEC Media Days and sort of polled my other SEC beat writers and said, what do you guys think of what's going on with Tennessee's quarterbacks? And they all just looked at me and said, well, isn't it Faison? I thought it was going to be Faison. So why do you think that? And the answer usually was sort of a default answer. They assumed, well, if it was going to be George McIntyre, we thought we would have already heard it by now. There would have already been rumblings of how good the returning guy looks. I was on SEC Network last week, and during the commercial break, I'm talking to SEC Network people there, and they had the same reaction. They said, it kind of whispers like Heupel didn't really say, but it is Faison, right? So there is this wide assumption that it's him, but again, it's more so because they feel like if it was going to be George, that narrative would already been pushed out there back in the spring, and the fact that it wasn't, they assumed that the trajectory of Faison is going to push him over the top. I will say I do believe UT coaches are probably going to give Faison the benefit of the doubt. In other words, if the two guys are pretty close, I think they'll probably look at Faison and say his trajectory is moving up. And so, it is Faison's job to take, I think. But I still think they don't know who their quarterback is going to be yet.
Haji?
Hey, Adam, Haji here. Part of that might be to placate George's feelings, but also not create a quarterback controversy. So let's say both guys played a half against Furman, and if one outshone the other, then all of a sudden you got a quarterback issue. But whereas if one of them earns it before then it's easier to make that decision, and then you let George, if he's the backup, play as much as he can without jeopardizing wins and losses.
Yeah, I'll be curious to see how this is a situation where, like, the way Josh Heupel is transparent with his quarterbacks could hurt him a little bit in this situation, because let's imagine that Faison wins the job, edges him out, and so he's going to start the opener. Well, what you want to do, and the way that they will handle that, they will say, we have confidence in you. You're a starter. George, you keep working hard, but Faison, where you're a starter, because you have to fill that guy with confidence if you think he's the guy. And that's what they'll do if Faison wins the job in camp. But they would want to tell George, hey, George, listen, we know you know this, but this happened with Joe Milton and Hendon Hooker, and look how it turned out. You absolutely should feel like you can get this job back. But they would not tell that to George in front of Faison. But the thing is, Josh Heupel's rule is he always tells both quarterbacks 100% of the same message with them in the room. He does not divide them and meet with them separately. So that's where the situations where George would have, if it happened that way, George would have to be mature and know that, yeah, it's Faison's job today, but it could be mine in week 2 or week 3 or whatever. And so he would have to be engaged all the way through. But see, that's the problem they had with Merklinger last year. George should have been taking the number 2 snaps, and you'd have a better read on him. But instead, they wanted to placate Merklinger and keep him engaged throughout the year just in case. So they kept him at number 2 when everybody in Neyland knew this guy's gone as soon as the portal opens.
Mm. Hindsight is always 20/20, isn't it? Adam Sparks, KnoxNews.com this afternoon here on Fan Run Radio. We got a listener, JBX44, wants to know if Adam thinks DGG, David Gabriel George, is a day one starter in 2027 for the Vols.
Ooh, is he well, let's just assume Deshaun Bishop does not come back. If Deshaun Bishop comes back, Deshaun's your starter in 2027. But if he doesn't, I think the better chance would be that DGG would be your number 1 back, but not your starter. Now, if you remember, Jabari Small was the starter for like 2 years, but Jalen Wright was the better back, and then Dylan Sampson was the better back. So you had sort of a ceremonial guy that starts the game that you feel that is established and experienced, but you knew you had a better back that was coming off the bench. And maybe it was, if you think about Dylan Sampson in the Kentucky game 3 years ago, like that was your best back, but he didn't start the game. I think that would be the better case scenario. You also have to think, like, if Deshaun goes into the draft next year, you would bring back DGG, one of either Morris or Baker. I would think one of those would be back at most. The other would go into the portal. I'm talking about the 2 sophomores this year. And then you'd have what? You would have the Tulane transfer, who I think is going to be their number 2 back this year. If he is, then he would be, I think, maybe that experienced starter. But then DGG would move into the 1 spot. I mean, everything I've seen of DGG, I think he's the real deal. Obviously, he's a 5-star. Sometimes those guys can be a bust, but usually not at running back. Those are usually positions that you can have a legitimate projection of, and they transition to college if they're physically able, which he is. They transition to college a whole lot quicker than, say, like, a lineman or certainly a quarterback.
Very good. Adam, great stuff as always. Thank you so much for the time. Anything else that you are keeping tabs on is, again, preseason practice kicks off for Josh Heupel and the Vols 1 week from tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm eager to get in the building on campus. My wife has been in the building more recent than me. She was one of the participants at Ladies' Night at Tennessee football last night.
Okay.
I kind of thought maybe she would keep it under wraps who she was, but she wore a name tag. I don't know how many Sparkses are rolling around there, but she went up and said hi to Josh Heupel, got a picture with him, and she said, well, just so you know, I'm Adam Sparks' better half. And she said Josh Heupel's immediate reply was, I knew there had to be something better about him somewhere.
He's got a great sense of humor. Man. I love
He
seeing
does.
him. I love seeing him let the chopper spray a little bit towards Lane Kiffin last week. I wish he'd do that a little more. It's fun.
I was also told that she got a photo with Joey Halsley and Jim Knowles, also a coordinator's photo. And I said, did you say anything to them? And they noticed her name tag. And she said that Joey Halsley said, oh, this is Adam Sparks' wife. And Jim Knowles said, wait, now, who is she again? And Halsley said in some sort of fashion, Adam, trust me, you'll know him. It sounded more like a warning the way that she told it, but I hope not.
Hey, Knowles has had a busy year, man. New job, new wife. A lot of changes going on there.
New wife, and she was there last night, so already fitting in the facility.
Yeah, nice to marry you. I'll see you here in a couple of months.
I hope so.
That's right.
All right, Adam. Everybody go check him out, knoxnews.com, at Adam Sparks on X. We'll do it again soon. Thanks, man.
All right, guys. Y'all have a good one.
Adam Sparks, Tennessee football beat reporter with the Knoxville News Sentinel, knoxnews.com. Fake Bear, our new defensive coordinator, already making a mark both on and off the field with his new program. Strikingly handsome, Jim Knowles.
He's a good-looking fella.
He's got a strikingly handsome wife, that's for sure.
I've only seen the wedding photo.
Hopefully he
is handsome a good word to use with the when I hear a woman described as handsome, I think of like a matronly,
matronly,
like a 55-year-old woman who's
easy.
She's not ugly, but she's not attractive either.
He said handsome, not handless.
Like who?
Like who? Hannah Waddingham.
Munson.
I knew that's what you were going to say. I knew it.
I've seen a lot of.
You have no taste.
Oh, I've got taste.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of Hannah Waddingham on my social media feed. I send it to you. I think because like I see it and then I send it to you and then it thinks that I want more. And so it keeps sending me her. Is she in a new movie where she's like getting undressed?
I don't know.
Like
find out, let me know.
You have to go look at the film.
I need to go look at the film.
She's a classic, but I don't understand how you think she's not attractive.
People in the YouTube chat are saying Haji owes an apology for calling Fake Bear's wife handsome.
I'm sorry.
An apology, Senator. This committee owes an apology.
I'm sorry.
I'll say it to her face.
Oh!
I wanted to ask Adam if he thought the football team was going to take the approach of spending more money on transfers and big-time recruits versus, getting a bunch of commits in the offseason.
I don't know. I think they're doing all of it because I thought that their strategy was we're going to take a bunch of 3-stars to kind of like fill out the roster, special teams guys, practice players, and maybe a couple of them develop into guys you want to keep. But we're not going to spend a lot of money on high school recruits, except for a DGG, if they're a surefire superstar.
Yes.
And then we're going to go in the portal and get our starters. That's where we're going to get the meat of our roster. But since they got DGG, we're going to get this Asa Barnes kid tomorrow, another running back. So, I mean, you're spending something on that. And they're going all in on trying to flip David DJ Jacobs, who is the number 1 edge rusher in the country from Georgia. He's an Ohio State commitment. So that would send that fan base into a tizzy.
Yeah, edge is the top position on the field,
well,
especially on defense, certainly. And
that's a position worth investing in,
Yes.
but it's not going to be cheap. I mean, if DGG is a $2 million a year player, then certainly Jacobs is. Well, that's $4 million on 2 guys.
Yeah, I think restock the offensive line, which is going to be good this year.
I just think we need to go and find one of these $20 million a year sponsor patches to put on there and just get whatever we need.
Yeah, I didn't hear the exact breakdown.
Crazy.
He said some of that would go to women's sports and whatnot, but I would like to see as much of it possible, obviously, go to NIL.
Yeah.
Securing players.
Yeah. You do have
This
to
would be
spread
all football.
You spread that out a little bit.
Should be all football money if it's a football patch, though.
Well, Ohio State, I haven't read the Notre Dame. I would assume it's the same, but Ohio State's is program-wide. They're going to that patch is going to be on everything.
And Danny would probably do that as well.
Yes, would think so.
And then he wouldn't have to give that money to basketball.
I mean, when you put that pilot patch on the rowing teams, do rowers wear jerseys? I don't know.
Sleeveless something.
Yeah.
All of the same color. I guess they're jerseys.
You can't call them wife beaters because they're women.
I'm sure you're probably going to get into it. Ohio State made more off their deal with Chase than the Big 12 did in total.
Yeah. Well, that's like $1 million per school.
Yeah.
What was the duration of the contract?
For
Chase and Ohio State?
It's a good question. I'm not sure.
I don't know, it's like $18 million a year.
For how many years do we know? Okay.
Theirs is $17 million a year with Chase. Notre Dame is $18 to $20 million a year, I guess, depending on like how many games they play in tournament settings and stuff like that for SoFi. We can't keep going to pilot for this, by the way. Like I would imagine at some point there's a limit to their generosity.
Just keep paying those late fees to the bank so they can afford to these sponsorships.
Well, and it's too bad that, I mean, the Dish guy is still out there, and I think Dish is still a thing, but it's not the thing it was 10 years ago.
What was Big 12's deal? 120 for how many years?
With Monster?
Yeah.
I don't know, but it works out to $1 million per member.
$20 million annual agreement, yielding roughly $1 million per year to each of their 16 schools.
Which is a great buy for Monster, obviously. And when you start hearing these type numbers, all of a sudden that number gets smaller and smaller.
But, as broadcasters, we have to refer to it as Monster Energy Big 12 football.
Good thing I'm not a radio guy.
Well, it's debatable whether we
Journalism.
are. All right, stay with us. You're listening to The Drive, Fan Run Radio. 865-966-3435 is your number to get on board. 966-3435. If you want to call in today, more Fan Run Radio coming up.
The Drive. Miss any of your favorite Fan Run show? Listen to the podcast on our free Fan Run Radio app or wherever you listen to podcasts.
What kind of day is it? It's a White Claw day. Grab a pack, grab your friends. Everything else in life can wait. Your friends shouldn't. Let's go. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Ball fans, reimagine your home at Broadway Carpets and Flooring for any remodeling or building needs. With a variety of carpets, rugs, hardwood, vinyl, and stone, Broadway has all the flooring and installation options you're looking for, including pet-resistant products like Pet Perfect Carpet from Shaw Floors. Visit their showroom in downtown Knoxville or the location in West Knoxville located on Kingston Pike near Pellissippi Parkway today.
Okay, so we really need uniforms and equipment for this season. Can I trust you with that? Cool, I'll just order them online. What? Yeah, I'm going to hop online and I'm going to get them ordered. Hold up, that's not a good idea. We shouldn't just spend money on some random online retailer, okay? I mean, it seems pretty convenient. Trust me, it's a terrible idea. Let me simplify this for you. SM Athletics. Okay, how do you pronounce it? SM Athletics? They're the go-to for uniforms and equipment, whether it's for universities, high schools, youth leagues, you name it. So So why wouldn't you rather go with professionals who can guide us through the process, design the perfect uniforms, and deliver the best equipment? Yeah, I guess that makes sense. What's the name again? SM Athletics. Right. It's definitely smarter to go with a company that emphasizes customer service, fair pricing, and, of course, excellent products. Exactly. So, yeah, I guess it's settled then. For uniforms and equipment for all sports, it's SM Athletics.
Are you thinking of buying a home but don't know where to start? Well, call VFL Josh Travis, your local mortgage expert with Foundation Mortgage, based right here in Knoxville. Whether it's your first home or your forever home, he'll keep the process simple every step of the way. To get started, visit mortgagebrokerjosh.com or call 423-312-9777 today. Foundation Mortgage Company, LLC is an equal opportunity housing company. NMLS number 1387311.
Welcome to Axle Logistics, where excellence isn't just a goal, it's an energy. As a leading third-party logistics company, Axle is powered by an award-winning culture built on a work hard, play hard mentality. Here, the drive for success is contagious and hard work never goes unnoticed. Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, Axle Logistics is the place to launch your career. Join us and take your ambition to the stars. To learn more, visit axlelogistics.com.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle?
Shout out to the boys over on the YouTube chat. Be sure to hit that like button, hit the thumbs up button, like and subscribe for us as we get closer here to the season. Matt in Chattanooga says we get the check into cash logo. We had a big booster who started one of those companies.
It was nuts. Kevin Mace owns a bunch of them.
No, there's somebody like based out of Washington who has like a multi-billion, trillion-dollar huge.
Oh yeah, no,
thing.
I don't think Kevin's is that big. But Kevin is in that business from what I've heard.
Integrated Financial Concept says, is he sneaking free advertising in on our show? He says we need to get Mayfield Milk to sponsor the Lay Down Lineman.
Why Mayfield Milk?
It's a good question. I don't know.
Out of all their products.
Calcium deficiency somewhere in there? I don't know.
There you go. Mayfield would be a good one for a sponsor patch. Like Adam said, like I don't think you can't go into it thinking, man, we got to get somebody that matches like the artwork or the colors of our uniform. You can hope, it's like Pilot in the stadium, like their logo is red and yellow, right?
Yes.
But in the stadium, on the side of the press box, it's just white. And on the field, it's just white.
Are there still Pilots?
I think so.
Are they just travel centers now or?
No, they kept the Pilots and got rid of the Flying J's, I think. They sold off the Flying J's, or vice versa.
Yeah, it's vice versa because there's no Pilots in Knoxville anymore. It's all Casey's.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Maybe you go with
There's
Casey's.
Some Pilots out there. There's Pilots out west.
Isn't Casey's like Midwest based?
I think so.
Yeah.
I thought it was like an Iowa
somebody
company.
All I know is they're all around here and they make a mean donut, my friend.
Do they?
Is the Royal still in town?
I don't know if Pilot would be happy with putting another gas station sponsor logo on the jersey, though.
Big Dog West Tennessee says we are a French's Mustard School. We need sponsorship from them.
Again,
Them and
another
Titleist.
yellow one, though. Another yellow one. Classes with orange.
I think you would just have to go with like a white. I think it's kind of jarring if you haven't seen it yet. Wisconsin and their iconic red and white uniforms, they're going to be sponsored by Culver's, which is a cultural fit. They're based in Wisconsin there and cheese and all that stuff, but they are blue. Their stores are blue. Their logo is blue.
Their burgers are delicious.
They are. They make a mean burger.
It would contrast with red, I guess, a little bit.
Very much so, which, I mean, if you're a sponsor, that's probably what you want.
Yeah, but they all wear those. They all have the patches when it comes time for like the playoffs or the bowl games. They always have, and you never really notice them being that far off, and they're different colors.
Yeah, people in the stands will never see those patches. I will say one thing about Mayfield is when I think about the things that I miss about Knoxville is the mini ice cream sandwiches. I don't know. Do you ever buy those? You just get your ice cream.
Oh, Mayfield?
Yeah.
The minis? Yeah.
Those things are
I mean,
just
you
been a while since
do,
I've
but
had
I mean,
them.
you know what?
Delicacy.
At the end of the day, just buy the regular. I'm going to eat like 3.
Right. Same thing.
Why get the minis? I'm going to have to eat 3
Because you
or
get
4 or 5 of
16
them.
instead of 8 or 6 or
Yeah.
whatever it is. You know.
I get 6 and I'll eat 2.
Yeah.
It's like those small packages of chips that you used to take in your lunch to school and everything. But as an adult, you
Get
get
the
like
big grab.
one of those and Doritos, and you're like, there's like 7 Doritos
2
in there.
mouthfuls. Yeah. 2
I need-
bites.
There's
3
still a
bags of
spot
those.
in town that sells the tiny bags. I get the tiny bags. That's enough.
It's never enough, man.
I don't
Just-
need that
just-
much chip.
I got to stay away from the potato chips, like, because I will. That's one food that, I mean, the saying about it, once you pop, you can't stop. I guess that was Pringles. Yeah,
That's when I made a concerted effort to cut back on. I try to eat tortilla chips now almost exclusively. Takes a lot of the fun out of it, though.
Matt SS says Titleist. You have Titleist on one shoulder, French is on the other.
Yeah, that's what I said. Titleist.
Hey, let's sponsor golf balls on the field. That won't start anything.
Golf balls and mustard bottles.
Stay with us. Hour number 2 of the drive begins with Walker and the top 4 at 4 coming up next. Back with more after this.
The Drive.
Fan Run Radio, the flagship station for Tennessee fans. This ain't no wishy-washy, limp-wristed, kale-eating, half-ass sports radio station. We're your in-your-face, truth-telling, say it loud, flag-waving, face-painting, hardcore, bring the noise, causing a ruckus, don't give a damn sports station. Sports talk that doesn't just hang up and listen. For the fans. This is Fan Run Radio. Get some.
Barley's has live music on weekends, general team trivia on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m., and now live sports trivia courtesy of the Knoxville Trivia Guys every Thursday night upstairs. The game starts at 7 p.m. and is free to play for everyone, so head on down to the Old City and show off your sports knowledge and win gift cards to Barley's. Use those gift cards to buy some delicious food and drinks, and you can take it all in with their wide selection of TVs and indoor projectors. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
In a world filled with deadlines and screens, sometimes we forget the simple joys of life, days filled with special moments. At Inward Half, we understand the essence of these moments. Feel the difference between our breathable fabrics and flexible apparel as you disconnect from the hustle and bustle and reconnect with what truly matters. Inward Half, simple luxury for on and off the course.
Hey, Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
Blackford Veterinary Surgery Referral specializes in surgeries not regularly performed by your pet's general veterinarian. They're currently accepting referrals from vets all across the country. With their newly renovated state-of-the-art surgery center and highly trained staff, clients can rely on professional and thorough care. If your vet says that your pet needs surgery or rehab, ask for a referral to Blackford Vet and let them get your best friend back on its feet. Located conveniently in West Knoxville. For more information, visit blackfordvetsurgery.com.
What is dedication?
The thing that drives me every day as a dad is Dariana. We call him Day Day for short. Every day he's hungry for something, whether it's attention, affection, knowledge. And there's this huge responsibility in making sure that when he's no longer under my wing, that he's a good person. I want him to be able to sit back one day and go, we worked together, we did a good job.
That's dedication. Find out more at fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
Are you ready for the start of a new season? Maybe looking for your team to go on a tournament run? Get game day ready with Crumble. Head on over to your nearest location and pick up 12 pre-selected cookies plus exclusive toppers. When you're looking for dessert options, there's no question about who you should call on. Our listeners already know. Last year, the Dubai chocolate was a home run, along with the brownie batter. Oreo crumb was another crowd favorite. What new flavor will set the standard this season? If you're in the Knoxville area, there are 3 locations ready to serve you: Clinton Highway, Parkside Drive, and Maryville. Download the Crumble app to build your best lineup and vote on the best combos. You can even put your bid in to request a new flavor. Order in the app and slide on over to your nearest location. Tell them Fan Run sent you, and as always, it's for the fans, by the fans. Don't miss the cookies.
It's time for the Drive's Top 4 at 4.
Hour number 2 of the Drive underway. Fan Run Radio begins with the top 4 at 4. Walker Smith, what you got?
Thank you, Russ. At no.
Against Furman and Kennesaw State. Haji.
Back in the day, the home opener was the most sought-after ticket. It was always a sellout, no matter who you played. So I'm assuming it will sell out again. But
well, that Furman game is at 7, right? Yes,
I think so. I'll get that confirmed.
Actually, no. It looks like 3:30.
Ooh,
one of those games is at 7. Is it Kennesaw?
I think it is. Georgia Tech is what?
Georgia Tech is a night game.
6.
Georgia Tech is 7. Kennesaw State's 7:45 p.m. Furman is 3:30.
That's
good.
That's gonna be a spicy day at Neyland.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm out of town, but when I was right before I went back out there, it was hard for me to go, just to focus on the gambling, to go to these, spend the time at the tailgate and then the game.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of that. I like to watch a lot of college football, and if you go to a game, you really can't do that. And I think it feels like more people want to stay home and watch more games and everything, but they're not having trouble selling any of these tickets. Remember, if they were having trouble selling some of those tickets, and I know we weren't as good, but there was a lot of empty seats around a lot of campuses, and
Wi-Fi was an issue, wasn't it, in a lot of them?
I guess so. But I think the SEC, anyway, has done better at filling up their stadiums again.
I'm glad everybody doesn't feel the way I do. I'm glad they do go fill that place up, make it loud.
Nobody wants to watch a game at home, stadium 50% empty.
You only get 7 or 8 every year.
Yeah.
At number 2, Illinois coach Brett Bielema took a clear shot at his former conference during his opening comments on day 1 of the Big Ten Media Days in Chicago. While speaking about his experience working with the SEC and the SEC Commissioner Greg Sankey, Bielema said, quote, "I know Sankey has got to protect the SEC, and they kind of want to live in 2005 forever. But I think the forward thinking of where we are in college football is an awesome thing."
Well. Big Ten Bert.
Yeah, Illinois is not really a factor when it comes to bringing in the big money. Certainly, they're going to be down again from that last year.
It feels like Bielema always has them decent.
Well, he has the tape. He's a hard-nosed guy. He makes his players tough. I think he like defense and running game. That's his thing. But I just think
like to see him get smashed by Kentucky or
Did he
Missouri
basically,
or something like that.
so the last thing you said, Russ, Walker, he basically endorsed the potential of that happening?
Of what?
What of the breakaway or whatever you said, the forward thinking? What's the forward?
Oh, Bielema is just like, his whole thing was, I think, if you're looking towards the future, that there's good things on the horizon instead of trying to be like Sankey, who he's saying just wants it to be 2005 again.
He's trolling a little.
Yeah, a little bit.
Well, may I say, it does make the SEC look a little weak when you lose 3 straight.
Yes.
You don't play for a national championship
Yes.
for 3 years in a row, and you say, well, we're just going to go play amongst ourselves. So there's a threat to it, but there's also a reality to it. So I hope it doesn't come to that.
At number 3, as he reported to his 22nd NFL training camp this morning, quarterback Aaron Rodgers affirmed that there is zero doubt 2026 is his last season playing football, even as at least one of his Pittsburgh teammates wondered aloud whether Rodgers might change his mind.
Farewell tour for Star Child.
It's like the second farewell tour he's about to do.
I don't think he's ever really said it was his last year. Has he?
We thought last year was going to be his last year.
We thought. He's
But
never come out and said it.
He's
though.
proclaimed it. You guys think that he sticks with it? I think he does. I think he's done.
Yeah, I think he's done after this.
What do you think he does after football? You think he kind of disappears from public view, or is he a TV guy or anything like
He'll
that?
be on there with McAfee and that bunch.
I mean, he might go on with him every now and again, but I don't think he'll be. I think he'll be happy not being talked to or thought about for a while after football.
I don't think he's going to be interested in talking about football after this.
I don't think so. I think we won't hear from him very much once he retires.
Be like that. Is Don Nelson, who moved out to Hawaii and started a weed farm?
I was thinking more Jake Plummer. Move to Colorado and start growing mushrooms.
Jim Neighbors dropped out of whatever and went to Hawaii. Had a macadamia nut farm.
Who was that? Gomer Pyle?
It was.
And at
Shazam!
And at number 4, the Philadelphia Eagles are signing 2-time Pro Bowl selection Jalen Carter to a 4-year, $152 million extension worth up to $160 million. The deal includes $106 million guaranteed, which is the richest contract for a defensive tackle in NFL history in both guaranteed money and average annual value, which is $38 million.
I just can't see him and not think about him spitting on that guy last year.
That was nuts. Game 1 of the year.
Big old loogie.
Thursday Night Football.
Was that was him, right?
Yeah, it was him.
Dak Prescott.
Right in Dak's face. I'll spit on another man.
Yeah, you don't do that.
Gross.
One of the most truly disrespectful things you could possibly do.
Richest contract for a defensive tackle in NFL history.
So you
just past Jeffrey Simmons.
So obviously that type of stuff doesn't cost you any money.
No.
And bad guys, we were talking before the show, bad guys make good teammates or make teams better.
Yeah, evidently. Thank you, Walker. That's the top 4 at 4, brought to you by ECR Total Landscapes, online at ECRTotalLandscapes.com. Tell them Fan Run Radio sent you. They'll take great care of you, just like they did me at ECR Total Landscapes. John Hodge, the Sheik, in studio with us this afternoon. We're going to talk about the Cover Boys and what they've got planned for the fall. Coming up here in just a few minutes. As we wrap up the top 4, let's get to our top 4 today. We did this yesterday with the running backs, your top 4 running backs, and this is going to be specific to the listener. So your time becoming a fan. I became a fan. I went to my first game in '87 kind of since then. I've been a fan. Bear a little bit sooner. Haji a little bit sooner. Walker way later. So this is going to be interesting. The top 4 wide receivers you've seen play at Tennessee with your own eyes. And I'll go ahead and go first here, if I can find my notes. So I went 3 back in the day and 1 newbie.
Okay.
I'll start with Carl Pickens.
Yeah.
My number 1.
He was the first guy I remember seeing that was just, oh, that guy's different. that dude's built of different stuff. Fantastic player. proved it in the pros. Fantastic NFL career, and certainly I think he's got to be on the Mount Rushmore Tennessee wide receivers. Now, my second guy, this is where it gets a little subjective, right? This is where it becomes, it's not always about what you do in the pros. Because for me, I'm going with number 11, Joey Kent from Huntsville, Alabama. All-time leading receiver in both total catches and yardage in Tennessee history. Yes, a lot of that was because of Peyton. Probably most of it.
Doesn't mean he didn't catch the balls, though.
Joey Kent did not have a prolific NFL career.
No.
I believe he had a cup of coffee with the Titans, but did not make much of an impact. But at Tennessee, man, and sure-handed. Like he's not a ton of like diving circus catches or anything, but he got open, he caught the ball, and he could run with it. Number 3, we're going back to a guy who's had a prolific pro career. That's going to be Peerless Price. And obviously he was a special dude, overcame a catastrophic ankle injury suffered in a spring game to come back and have a spectacular senior season in 1998, was by far our best offensive weapon on the national championship team, and went on to have a prolific pro career with a number of different teams. And then number 4, we're going to go back, and again, another number 11 from 4 years ago, Jalen Hyatt, the only Biletnikoff Award winner in school history, monster season.
Monster game. Obviously.
Monster game. Yeah, signature moment. Obviously is not translated to the pros.
No.
For whatever reason. I think playing for the Giants probably has something to do with it. But we'll see. He's still got some years ahead of him. But those are going to be my 4: Pickens, Kent, Price, and Hyatt.
Pickens, Kent, Price, and Hyatt. You've got one of mine, Carl Pickens.
Okay.
My number 2 would be Anthony Hancock.
Good one.
Legendary Tennessee Vol, had a long career with the Kansas City Chiefs. All-around great guy and was just a stud here. So I've got Hancock, Pickens. I will also go Jalen Hyatt. That's another one. The 5 TD performance against Alabama, where I really feel like much the way the Vols did in the 80s. We kind of broke Alabama that day, broke Saban, broke his will, and just schooled him. The supposed defensive back wonder that he was supposed to be had no answers for Jalen that day, and not many people did that entire season. So let's see, I've got Hancock, Pickens, Jalen Hyatt, and I will go with.
You're just making this up on the moment.
Well, yeah, because I didn't know this until I walked in here and sat down. I'm going to have to go with Tim McGee, man.
Got him on my list as
He's
well.
a standout wide receiver here, had a long career as well with the Bengals. Kind of got him and Pickens both got taken hostage by Cincinnati, franchise that notorious for not spending money, and kind of kept those guys. I think if they gone to any other franchise, they probably would have had Super Bowl rings. So Tim was instrumental in. There's a story that after T-Rob got hurt, the 85 season, that they started going, Johnny Majors went real vanilla, and then Tim McGee and some of the other offensive players went and met with him and told him that he had to open the offense back up. But really good team leader and all-around good guy. But that's it. Hancock, right. McGee, Pickens, and Hyatt.
Let's get Walker's in here. This is going to be – because, again, you started in what, 2012?
Yeah,
when Derek Dooley made you that hamburger,
yeah, pretty much.
You became a fan.
Pretty much. That was the entrance. It's Jalen Hyatt is probably is
number one on your
best
list?
receiver I've probably seen him in Tennessee in my lifetime. My second is probably going to have to be Juwan Jennings. Guy has over one of 4 or 5 players that has over 2,100 yards for Tennessee.
And has had a great NFL career. Had a great college career without great quarterback play. And just like the touchdown catch he had against South Carolina in, I believe, 2020? His senior, or no, it would have been 21, right? Was his senior year, his last year here, where he's just like it's like a video game. He's just carrying guys
It's
into
nuts.
the. It's
He's
crazy.
tight end playing wide receiver.
He was, we say this a lot of times about players are one of us. I think there's no doubt. He was definitely one of us.
And he's having the pro career to legitimize whatever, just pure love you might have had for him as a college player.
Yeah.
Hyatt, Jennings.
Here is where it's tough because it's clear you have those two. God, it's tough. I'm thinking back to the other Dobbs guys. I might have to go with either Josh Malone or Josh Palmer, one of the Joshes. Which one of them is in the NFL? It's Josh Palmer that's in the NFL right now.
They both were in the NFL for it. Yeah.
Yeah, they were both NFL guys.
One of them still in Palmer?
Yeah.
He's still with the Chargers?
Buffalo now.
Buffalo?
Yeah.
No CP on your list? No Cordell Patterson?
No, I don't remember.
Not as a receiver?
I don't remember much watching him.
Really?
Mm-mm.
You don't remember that 2012 season?
No. Like I said, that was the beginning, and I don't really remember much from watching that year.
He is but a babe.
I mean,
Walker
it's true.
Smith.
I've barely over a decade.
So you
of
can't
watching
even
Tennessee.
finish this list.
No, I can.
Who's your fourth then?
Honestly, it's probably Chris Brazzell this last year. He had 1,000 yards.
Okay. Brazzell, did you go with Palmer or Malone? Palmer?
Yeah, Palmer. There's other guys
Your
like
list
it's hard.
tailed off.
I know. Well, you have
You're off to a good start.
Well, you have two in the last
Yeah.
decade that were amazing, and then
Yes.
you have
Well-
a bunch of others in the middle. Like you have guys like Cedric Tillman. I would think about putting in there. He had the 1,000-yard season in 2021, but the first 3 years didn't do much. Then was hurt his last year, so that's tough.
All right, Haji, who you got?
I didn't see some of those guys since my son was born in 2010. I haven't been to the stadium, so I'm going to go.
I mean, guys that you watched play.
Yes,
during
that's where. Oh, okay.
On TV counts.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I started with Pickens, obviously. The wide receiver, you guys in the late '80s, Anthony Hancock was one of those. Tim McGee was one of those, and Pickens was one of those. The other one I had here was Alvin Harper.
Oh, that's a good one,
who
man.
actually had a good pro career.
Yeah,
obviously,
very good
Number
career.
two to Irvin,
the playmaker.
I'm going to say, let's see, who was that? Pickens,
Hancock, Harper.
No, mine wasn't Hancock. I was just mentioning those guys that were wide receiver, you guys. But I kind of like Peerless as well. And Stanley Morgan was one of my first. I go back to
Stanley
Larry,
the Steamer.
I go back to Larry Sievers, and Stanley Morgan was really good with the Patriots too. He had a good career after that as well. So he was one of my early favorite guys. And then one of the best to ever run it, Willie G from Tennessee. He was an All-American receiver in '82, but he also returned 4 kicks for touchdowns. He was a threat to go all the way every time he touched it.
Yeah, he was one of the
world
world's
class.
fastest.
Probably the fastest guy we've ever had in
Yeah,
shoulder pads.
In the shoulder pads, right?
I don't
Who
know.
was the guy?
Cordero.
Who was the guy that
Sam Grady?
Before that, went to Dallas. White guy.
Bill Bates?
No, I'll get it. During the
Receiver?
break. Yeah.
Are you talking about Richmond Flowers?
That's what I was thinking. Exactly. Yeah. Richmond.
Yeah.
I never saw Richmond. Willie Galt was. I mean, we've had some burners over the years. He may have been the fastest.
I appreciate you guys' participation here, but I mean, come on, you guys pale in Pickens, Kent, Price, Hyatt.
No,
come on,
Pickens,
come
Galt.
On. No, those are mine.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
What were yours? And you're saying they're better than Hancock, McGee, Pickens, and
yes.
Hyatt?
Yes.
Who do you argue? Well, I mean, we overlap on what? 2? Pickens and Hyatt. And you're saying
Peerless Price?
You're saying
Anthony
Joey,
Hancock over Peerless Price? Are you smoking crack right now? Are you high?
Are you saying Joey? Are you saying both those guys over Anthony Hancock and Usman?
Yes,
and Tim McGee?
I'm taking the school's all-time leader in reception and passing yardage. Call me crazy.
I think you're just biased because that's when you were like, 10, 18 was during that period of time.
I mean,
it's all right. I mean,
the numbers show.
Look
at the numbers.
I don't know, Russ. You do you, man.
Don't take it personal.
I'm not. You're the one who takes it personal. You always have to win everything.
Whoa.
It's like you're an infant, man. It's hard to deal with. I'm telling you, it really is sincere.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm
Do you need to take
perfectly
a break?
fine. Perfectly fine.
All right, quick timeout. The drive continues. We'll be right back. It's Fan Run Radio. Stay with us.
The Drive.
The flagship station for Tennessee fans. This is Fan Run Radio.
Yeah, it's the beginning of the week, so there's not much to do in Knoxville, right? Wrong. Get out to Covenant Health Park because your Knoxville Smokies have Taco Tuesday and All-You-Can-Eat Wednesday with all the good food you can eat for less than $20. And that includes game tickets. Sweet. Thursdays, get your drink on with Thirsty Thursday and half-off draft beers. So beginning of the week blues, no more. Get your tickets now at SmokiesBaseball.com. Knoxville Smokies!
Citizens National Bank. Experience the thrill of traveling with C&B's exclusive travel program. Customers age 50 and above with a Plus Perks checking account can participate, ensuring a safe and delightful travel adventure. Take a day trip or an overnight trip. Travel domestic or international. C&B is always on the go. Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good. Member FDIC.
Is your yard starting to look more wild than welcoming? Yeah, don't let your landscape be that house on the block. At ECR Total Landscapes, we make sure your outdoor space is something you're proud of. From de-weeding flower beds to leaf blowing, trimming, mulching, and more, completely customizable to your property's specific needs. We'll handle it all. Why spend your weekends sweating it out in the yard when you can just sit back and enjoy it? That's the ECR difference. And right now, new customers can get 10% off your first month of our monthly maintenance package when you sign up for a full calendar year. That's right. Consistent, reliable service at a price that makes it easy to get started. No sweat, no hassle, just a better looking lawn week after week. Call ECR Total Landscapes today and mention promo code FANRUN to save 10% on your first month. Call 865-384-2012 or visit us online at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
Your smile says it all, so make sure it's saying the right thing. At Knoxville Smiles, we believe healthy teeth mean happy lives. Invisalign is a clear aligner orthodontic treatment that gradually straightens teeth without the use of traditional metal braces. And now, at Knoxville Smiles, we're offering Invisalign special pricing for new patients. Call for details at 865-539-1776 or just visit us at knoxvillesmiles.com. Don't wait another day to love your smile. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles.
A brand built in Tennessee and born from the love of the game. Inward Half revolutionizes golfing comfort. Crafted by a former pro and dedicated enthusiast just like you, our luxury performance wear guarantees you stay cool and comfortable through every swing and every day. We're not just a brand. We've set out to create a lifestyle for those who understand that impeccable style and premium performance are a hole-in-one. Enjoy the walk-in with Inward Half.
The Cover Boys, founder of the Cover Boys, and people always want to know, Haji, what do the Cover Boys have in store this season? I'm just hoping it's a bunch of winners again.
Guarantee there's going to be a bunch of winners this year. I'm fired up. 2014 was the all-time greatest year for me personally, and hope to get right back there this year, much as the even numbers years go for Heupel. But the big news is there's been a change with the staff.
Changing of the guard.
Yeah. Not my choice. Mark has got some things he's got to do. He's got to be out of town like 7 weeks this year. So we just made a change. We decided it was best. Maybe he'll come back. Maybe we'll do some things.
This is like a Cody McClure stepping away, might come back.
Maybe,
kind of
right? Leave the door open. Certainly, always welcome back, certainly. But young William Pattison will be taking over as the co-host of the Cover Boys. And obviously he loves to talk about football and gambling. has a lot of solid takes, and I think will be a great combination on the air. And I'm looking forward to it, working with him week in and week out. And we're talking about now actually adding another Monday evening opening lines, opening reaction segment. So we'll recap the weekend and then go into what we looking ahead to the following weekend. So that'll be fun. We'll have two nights a week of videos, content, and then I'll be doing some other thing with my subscription model. I'm doing updated bracket projections every week, college football bracket projections. We'll have a war room email. I've got that's new for this year, the Cover Boys War Room, featuring the FBI, football betting intelligence. So we'll be a lot of trends that I like, and things that go into it. There'll be right sides, late line movements, fresh picks. The betting splits is a big one that came in handy really early in the year, especially last year when fading the public, basically when all the money's on one side, taking the other, and that worked out pretty well with us. So, and then Saturday, of course, live betting in the chat room, the Signal chat room all day on Saturday, and it's open 24/7 throughout the week. So a lot of stuff going on in the war room, that I'm certainly excited about. Another thing was, somebody asked me before the show, how do I come to my conclusions, things like that. And I say, everyone else talks about players and stats, and the point spread has already built those in. And so what I like to teach my subscribers is to look for situations that might not be priced in, scheduling situations, the market perception, coaching, motivation, travel, power ratings, betting splits, all those things.
I mean, that's where your edge lies for sure. And, we need to talk about what the Cover Boys looks like now that Statnip is done. But I was telling you during the break, like that was the beauty of your partnership there, is that he was the numbers guy. And like you guys both had your picks, and he would have his thoughts and you would have your thoughts, but yours were more trends. Who's covered the spread, most times in a row or things like that. And it was when your picks overlapped that we had the right sides, and that's where the money was to be made.
Yeah, 64% all time through 4 seasons. That's pretty good. It's
better than most.
It really does sound unbelievable. It sounds like you're making it up.
No,
but the pro bettors, they want to be at 55% or better. That's their goal. And so,
I've noticed ever since online betting, I've noticed where football season, my account goes up as I bet the right sides, and then basketball and baseball happens and it goes down, and then
a little bit.
So it's just this up and down cycle. But
you need to reward yourself every Sunday and take a little bit out, put it in your account again. So you're always getting some paid for your time. So I recommend doing that.
All right. So Mark is gone. What is next? Who's going to be your foil now?
Well, it's William Pattison, but I don't know how much you were mentioning. Mark would challenge me on some of my things and didn't understand. And
William will.
No, he will. No, he will. Yeah, and I him, but I don't want to get too sassy with the young man. So
get sassy with him.
Younger generation
I call him the fade.
He's got some
fade
good
Pattison.
trends that he
That's
is.
what I do with him usually.
Yeah.
I fade him.
He's got a good one. He's got some good ones though, and I think we'll do well together. But I'm not going to agree with. I think he's got Oklahoma State in his top 20 maybe, and I'm high. They're one of my 4 most improved teams. But when you're 0-18 the last 2 years in the Big 12, you're bound to be improved. But I think they'll be certainly a 6-6 team. So it'll be fun certainly, and we'll take advantage of the YouTube audience, and he has a big audience on Instagram as well. So certainly I'm excited about the big audience that we'll be broadcasting to this year.
Outstanding. So that's where all this stuff is going is.
If you want to know more about the subscription thing, and I'll let that go for the rest of the day, just go to Desert Dog Wins is my handle now on Twitter and X. And if you'll just go there and look at the pinned comment and the first comment underneath that pinned tweet, has all the information.
But you got to get in that Signal chat too. That's where we have
fun.
a lot of fun on the weekends.
Very fun. Yeah, very fun. A lot of Tennessee fans in there, and it's it's just like watching the game in the bar with your buddies, but without the line to the restroom.
Yeah, very good. All right, so the Cover Boys are back. William Pattison stepping in. I'm interested to see how that goes, and we're going to be on YouTube this year, and we're going to have some subscription format where you can get the good stuff.
Right, yeah. And our official show, I guess, will be on the 28th or 27th, maybe that Thursday night before the season opener for us, but we'll have a little preview edition the week before. There's 8 games to start the season on week 0, so we'll jump into that a little bit, and then future win totals and make the playoffs and those kind of wagers there. So should be a lot of fun in the next 4 weeks from now.
Outstanding. It's just around the corner. Going to be a lot of fun. The Cover Boys are back, and we are excited to partner again with them here on Fan Run Radio. You'll be hearing a lot from the Sheik on The Drive coming up this fall, as always. So stay tuned, and hopefully we'll get a few winners.
Yeah, and it'll be on the podcast feed at the station maybe as early as Thursday night this year as well. So we're not sure if we're even going to go radio. So if you're used to listening to the radio on Friday nights, I think the high school show's going away as well. So we'll probably just go podcast feed only. So it'll be
up there. We'll
yeah.
I always get a text from several friends Saturday morning. What are the right sides? I was like, it's a podcast. Go listen to it.
Yeah.
6.5-point underdogs against Texas.
Yeah, I'm high on Texas. I really am high on Texas. They got the best receiver combo by far in the nation, and I like ours. But let's be honest, they've got a potential All-American Heisman winner throwing them the football, and I really think that Arch is going to have something for the Buckeyes. Your Buckeyes,
Longhorn
your
Haji,
Buckeyes,
Longhorn Haji over here.
Buckeye
1.5
Smith over there.
1.5-point underdog at home to Alabama.
I give us a shot. I'm on the fence on Alabama right now. I think they could win 10. They could win 8. I would certainly love to see the 8.
8-4 DeBoer.
This
make it into existence.
It may be a matchup for a playoff spot. Same with A&M. I think that could come down to a
9.5-point underdogs at A&M.
Yeah, a long way off from there. I'm not real high on Marcel Reed. I do like Mike Elko, though. I think he's one of the top 10 coaches. So it'll be a challenge, certainly, to do that. But we had him on the ropes last time we went down there, and Kamara just didn't get the ball enough, basically, is all that happened there, right?
Well, I mean, we couldn't stop anything, as I recall. That was who was the defensive coordinator that year?
Which year?
Butchie's
2016?
I don't remember.
You're better at remembering the years.
I cannot remember.
He had Jancic at first, and then who took over? Bob Shoop.
Oh, Shoop, Daddy.
Saddest man ever to lick an ice cream cone.
Who was the offensive coordinator that coached the last game of the season after?
It was Brady Hoke.
Cheney?
Cheney,
Brady?
yeah, Cheetos.
It was Cheney.
Yeah.
Was that?
No, Cheney was with Dooley. Hoke was 2017, yeah. The interim coach for Botch.
Yeah, Hope.
Because remember, he fired the dog.
Yeah.
Did Dooley?
And he didn't
make
realize
it to the end?
that you could defer. You could elect to kick during that whatever happened during that weather.
Did Dooley
thing.
what?
Coach his last game.
No. Yes.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
Kentucky. He coached the Kentucky debacle, right? That Tyler Bray didn't want to go to a bowl game.
No,
whatever
that was a year before he got canned.
2012. Because Cheney coached a game.
Yes.
And remember, he was wearing like an orange Letterman's jacket.
Oh, because he's also 1-0. He's got a perfect winning percentage.
What size was that jacket?
4X.
Personal appearances, not show
I
fodder.
didn't say a word.
I just know it was. I mean,
Was there a bowl game involved then? No.
No.
I don't think so.
No,
No,
that's
we
why he
went
got
5
fired.
and-
That's
we
why he
went
got
5
fired.
and 7. Did he beat Vanderbilt though?
It was
Cheney.
No, it was Vanderbilt was the last game because that was, James Franklin pounded our eyes shut and like the team quit on him, and then he got fired the next day. And I think we ended the season against Kentucky at that time, right? But that was that weird.
Right.
I think that when they switched the last game of the year.
That's right.
Bring back the beer barrel.
1.5 point underdog against LSU at home. St. Lane returns to Knoxville.
We got to get one of these because there's one thing that worries me is one of our road games is down there at Cocky, man. Sellers was the Heisman favorite last year, if you recall, and he's back, and he's going to have one just outstanding game, and I hope that's not it. If not, if we win the games we're favored in, that's 8 wins already. I like us to go over the 7.5. So either we lose that one and went and beat somebody, and it could very well be LSU. I like that number, to be honest. Them being a 1.5 point favorite, I want them to be favored. But I think the revenge is sweet.
LSU to me is the great unknown. Like, who knows if they're going to be any good or not? I mean, I know everybody says they should be because of the amount of money that they've invested in that roster and that coaching staff, but it's still year one.
Yeah.
Like, that's always a transition.
Mm-hmm.
They have
it's not like he's taking over for a coach that left on his own to go take he's just sliding in there. Like, I mean, it was a struggle for DeBoer, and he took over a great program. This guy's rebuilding.
They dominated in the portal again, though. They've got talent on receivers. Levitt, I guess, is good to go for week 1. So
that's what they say.
We'll see.
The pressure's on, young man. There's no football pressure in Tempe, right, Walker?
Not as much as Baton Rouge, to say the least.
Dillingham will create his own pressure as the years go on, hopefully for him. But I give us a shot against Alabama and LSU. Certainly, I'm not going to say we don't have a chance. I think we can win 10 games, but I'm not going to give up on Texas or Texas A&M. But those are the two that worry me the most.
865-966-3435, your phone number. The Sheik is in the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios with us today. Let's get a call from Phil. Good afternoon, Phil. You're on the Drive, Fan Run Radio.
What are you doing?
What's up, Philly?
How the boys doing?
Doing well, thank you.
That's an interesting topic you got about the receivers. I think it's Stanley Morgan and Carl Pickens, and after that, you got a bunch of them, about 10 or 15 deep, are all about the same.
Atta baby, Phil.
Yeah, somebody mentioned the one name we did not mention. Well, there are a couple names we didn't mention, but one that definitely deserves mention is Marcus Nash.
Oh, yeah.
Because, he was 1 year behind Kent. And Kent got all the headlines because he was wide receiver number 1 for Peyton for 2 seasons. And then he left, and Nash was wide receiver number 1 for 1 season. And so he didn't have as many monster games. But he was wide receiver 1 on a team that won the SEC championship game. And I mean, he definitely had a better pro career than Joey Kent. I mean, he played what?
Honestly, Stanley Morgan had the best pro career of any of the Tennessee receivers. He should be in the NFL Hall of Fame.
Yeah, he was a good one. I knew you'd agree with me on that one, Phil. You remember Severs and Gary Kress? Are you quite as old as I am?
I remember Kress, but Larry Severs is. I mean, just because he couldn't play in the NFL, I mean, he's a great college receiver. He's kind of like that Chris Dorn that played at Florida. Very similar.
Yeah, sure-handed. He caught a 2-pointer or something to beat Clemson, I think, maybe. And
it's funny. Yeah. He came to our church when I was 14 or 15 and spoke and told that story. And his story is he didn't actually catch the ball. He said nobody noticed it because everybody was so excited, but he said he kind of caught the ball and then it just rolled down his side, but they called it a catch.
Jabbar Gaffney
in a day and age before instant replay.
Thank goodness on that one, but not thank goodness for Gaffney. But
I was down at South End Zone. I remember that game, and Holloway made a great play just to get the ball to him. I mean,
yeah. Is he your favorite to watch of all time? Conridge?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's so exciting. Exciting.
Tony Robinson is, I think Tony Robinson is the most talented player they ever had over there, but we didn't get much out of him.
That's the same for Chuck Webb, right? Both guys got hurt in season. They could have been all-timers here. They could have been on the
I
stadium.
think every school has guys like that are just kind of ghosts. Like I almost put Cordero Patterson in that category. And I know that he went on to have a great I mean, he's probably still playing. He's probably going to camp somewhere next week. But he was only here for a year, and he didn't play much wide receiver. He played wide receiver, but his numbers were not great that year. It was as a return guy.
Yeah, he might not have been a route runner. He was a burner. Right?
We'd just give him the ball.
Yeah,
like quick screens and stuff. And
he is
running back.
He is listed as a running back, number 84 for the Pittsburgh Steelers right now.
Yeah, he was good for Atlanta too. But I saw a video the other day. How many kicks did he return? Several.
And I mean, you talk about a guy looked like a video game. The way he would just herky-jerky, zigzag. Yeah, it was crazy.
I mean, Patterson or Willie Gott's the two best returners I've ever had over there. Bobby Majors was a great returner.
Yeah, he was. He won that Penn State game. Who was the guy that returned the second half kickoff against Florida and opened the gates?
Dale Carter.
Thank you.
Dale Carter.
Yeah. And he had the one-handed interception as well.
That was Deion Grant.
That's Deion Grant. That's right.
You're mixing up your super
James
talented
and
safeties.
My DBs.
Yes. Now that all-time secondary.
Yeah, but
when we do that, that's going to be a difficult one.
Well, you have to put Carter and Barry and Deion Grant in there. I mean, that's probably your top three players. I mean,
with Barry for sure. We had some good
ones.
Yeah, Terry McDaniel. We had some good ones in the late 70s too. Tim Towns.
I mean, those are all safeties. What about corners? We getting ahead of ourselves here, Russ?
Yes.
All right.
Maybe that's two
Terry
different
McDaniel was a corner.
Terry McDaniel's a corner. If I were doing, since we're already halfway down this road, like I would do Grant and Barry as the safeties, and Carter played corner a lot too. Like he did it all, man.
Yeah, he's a great player. Immense talent, but guys, our season. I hate to prop a dead horse, but the Georgia Tech game is going to determine if we have a real good season or we have a terrible season.
We've always lost one on the road that we shouldn't, haven't we, Phil, since 21?
Yeah, but I also feel like we've done this every year in the Heupel era where we work ourselves into a frenzy over this early season ACC. I mean, we did it last year with Syracuse. And
NC State.
That game was easy. NC State was easy. Was there one before that? It might just be those two, but this is third year in a row, and I think we're going to, I don't know if it's a 56-0 beatdown, but I think we win this game by at least 2 scores.
Pittsburgh was a second.
Pittsburgh, yes, twice.
But and Brent Key.
You really think we're going to bolt road Georgia Tech?
I do. I mean, they lost their quarterback. I think a lot of that was Haynes King, and they lost their highly respected offensive coordinator, Buster Faulkner, who's down in Florida now. So you've got a whole new offensive system, and I don't know much about what they've got going on defensively, but
he's down there with Sunbelt Summerall down there in Florida, and Summerall a Sunbelt coach as well.
Yeah, well, he took the Georgia Tech's offensive coordinator and their quarterback, Philo.
Justice Haynes, their running back, comes back. But I will say Brent Key has the best record as a home dog in college football, current coaches. So there's a little merit to it.
Beware, Phil.
I think we'll take care of them. I do, Phil. I think we'll win, but anytime you go on the road at night, it's not an easy win.
Well, we've always struggled against Georgia Tech. It's usually a close game. They used to be a historic rival back in the day.
Yeah, they did. I wish they were still in the conference. We could. Everybody else has got more than we do, except the Big 12, I guess. But they'd be a good addition.
If you're
going to pick 2 teams out of the ACC to add, which 2 would you choose?
2 teams out of the ACC.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of with you. Georgia Tech coming back just from a historical standpoint.
Easy get to place for the road game.
Yeah, I mean, you'd have to go with Clemson or one of the Florida schools, wouldn't you?
I think I would like Florida State instead of Clemson. Virginia Tech would be kind of a close one as well, but I don't want any part of Franklin anymore until he's gone. But I think Florida State and Georgia Tech would be my two.
That'd be Miami
You think
and
they
North
take
Carolina.
North Carolina in the SEC?
I mean, when you talk
That's
about
who I'd
fit,
take.
Basketball.
Yeah, everybody talks about like North Carolina, Virginia, because they're whatever states that we're not in, and basketball schools, academic reputation, and all that stuff. But just from a cultural fit, which I don't know how much they consider that at all in these decisions, I don't see it with them, man. Clemson, I think, fits. Florida State, Miami, I think, fit. Georgia Tech.
I saw Topmeyer dropped an article that Dabo was turning into, the Right Reverend Hugh Freeze, and it's not a good thing, I think was the title of the article that Blake's dropped. I haven't got a chance to check it out yet, but I don't know. I mean, Clemson, I guess fake UT is what I refer to them as. I can see Miami myself and North Carolina strictly for the basketball and baseball now.
Phil, thanks, man. We got to run.
Oh,
Stay with us. The drive continues. More Fan Run Radio coming up.
The Drive. Check out exclusive Fan Run video content on YouTube. Just search Fan Run Sports and be sure to like and subscribe.
White Claw is taking hard seltzer to new heights with White Claw Surge. At 8% alcohol, White Claw Surge is a stronger wave of refreshment that doesn't compromise on taste. Available in 4 bold waves of flavor like ripe blackberry, citrusy blood orange, zesty natural lime, and tart cranberry. Check out your favorite retailer in-store and online for the White Claw Surge Variety 12-pack and 16-ounce single-serve cans. White Claw Surge. Please drink responsibly.
We really need to get some branded stuff. Shirts, hats, promo items, something professional.
I mean, we could just find a website and order a bunch of it ourselves.
You could, but you're taking a big risk. You don't know the quality, the fit, the timeline. It's a roll of the dice.
Yeah, I guess, but isn't that how everyone does it now?
Not the ones who actually care about how their brand looks. Look, if we're putting our name on it, it needs to be done right. We need SM Athletics.
SM Athletics?
Yeah, they specialize in working with businesses like ours. Apparel, hats, promo gear, but real, customized stuff. They actually care if it turns out right.
Probably a lot better than getting stuck with 100 t-shirts with crooked logos.
Exactly. Plus, they'll walk you through everything. Sizing, colors, material, so it matches the image we're trying to build.
Makes sense. What's the name again?
SM Athletics. Trust me, if you want to look like a real company, not a flea market stand, this is the move. If you're serious about your brand, work with people who are serious about getting it right. SM Athletics.
Ball fans, reimagine your home at Broadway Carpets and Flooring for any remodeling or building needs. With a variety of carpets, rugs, hardwood, vinyl, and stone, Broadway has all the flooring and installation options you're looking for, including pet-resistant products like Pet Perfect Carpet from Shaw Floors. Visit their showroom in downtown Knoxville or the location in West Knoxville located on Kingston Pike near Pellissippi Parkway today.
Are you thinking of buying a home but don't know where to start? Well, call VFL Josh Travis, your local mortgage expert with Foundation Mortgage, based right here in Knoxville. Whether it's your first home or your forever home, he'll keep the process simple every step of the way. To get started, visit mortgagebrokerjosh.com or call 423-312-9777 today. Foundation Mortgage Company, LLC is an equal opportunity housing company. NMLS number 1387311.
As veterans, we're no strangers to helping others.
That's what we were taught, service before self.
But we do have one question for the veterans listening.
When was the last time you reached out for help?
Oh, this afternoon as we break things down to levels that can only be described as beyond scientific. Thank you so much for being along for the ride here this afternoon. My name is Russell Smith, and we are having a big old time with all our Fan Run friends. Portions of the show today brought to you by our friends over at SM Athletics. Football season coming up. You want to get some jerseys for your sports team? Maybe you're doing basketball, fall ball, baseball, softball, whatever. They've got you covered. Also, if you want to get some T-shirts printed up with your business logo on it, polos for the whole crew, anything like that, SM can handle it. Check them out online at smathletics.com. We go back to the busy phone lines this afternoon and talk to Joshy Boy. Good afternoon, Joshy Boy. What's up?
Hey, what's up, guys? How are you doing today?
Doing well, thanks.
Good. Baskerville did a really good job holding the fort down while you were gone last week, by the way.
That's good. We'll take that into consideration at his annual employer review.
Okay.
Thank you, Joshy Boy.
No problem. Sheik, I have a question for you.
Go for it, buddy.
So, what do you think about Indiana this season coming off the national championship? Are you going to be fading them or backing them?
I am going to fade Indiana. Josh Hoover, I'm not real sold on, and they return not a lot, very low percentage. Josh Hoover has 37 starts and 42 or 43 turnovers, and Indiana was certainly very, very fortunate to beat Penn State, who was down last year on the best play of the year, the best catch of the year probably, and then Iowa had them on the ropes, could have closed them out, and they are certainly the hunted again this year. Maybe I'll get bit by, I had trouble fading BYU last year. That didn't work out too well for me, but I am going to certainly look at that under 10.5 wins, and maybe that Ohio State-Indiana game will be a playoff elimination game for the Hoosiers.
It very well could be. Yeah, I'm on the over 10.5 for Indiana this year. So,
well, they have the easiest schedule of besides Penn State of the top 4 teams in the conference. They get Ohio State at home, they go to Michigan, and they get USC at home, and they go to Washington the week after USC before the Purdue game to close out the year. But other than that, it's pretty easy, pretty manageable. So. I wouldn't be surprised if they did go 10-2, but a 10-2 Notre Dame did not get in last year, so we'll see how many 10-2 teams there are.
Another question for you, Sheik, and Russell Bearwalker, you can answer if you want to as well. What do you think about, most likely it's going to be Faison Brandon starting at quarterback. Do you think with all the wide receivers and offensive line coming back, do you think that's a big confidence boost for him?
You guys want to go first?
With just the guys returning around whoever the quarterback is?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, what the frustrating thing about the discourse surrounding this season, Joshy Boy, is like all the pieces are there. You've got a very experienced and talented and deep offensive line. You've got the all-SEC running back. You've got depth behind him. You've got great depth at wide receiver. You've got an experienced tight end returning, some good guys, prospects behind him. It's just, can you have an operator at quarterback? That and hold the defense thing. But, I think that Heupel, knowing what we know about him, probably going to be as conservative as he can be for his standards with a new quarterback. I mean, 2024 is probably the best thing we have to compare it to with Nico.
Right.
To me, the defense is a bigger concern than Faison. I like the offense, and Faison, the tape is true. I believe what I saw with my eyes so
totally glossing over George McIntyre in this debate, this conversation.
I believe Faison's the guy. I just believe that he's going to have the best chance to win every game, and they're going to have to that's going to be the decision. I hope it's a clear win to him in the next 4 weeks that he takes it. But I believe they'll put those receivers you just mentioned and a tight end in good spot to make easy throws. I think that he's going to be easy to find. Look what he did with Hendon, and he did with like Phil's turnover machine last year. Joey, he led the league in passing yards, and I think Faison has a chance to be in that. If you look at all the preview magazines, Tennessee's Faison's last, I think, in the SEC quarterback rankings. Nobody thinks he's going to finish last. So
right,
I'm just not.
Well, nobody knows what to expect out of either one of them.
Sure,
we're all, this is all, but they're made up fan stuff.
Yeah,
nobody has any inside information on this.
True freshmen haven't had a lot of success, but Underwood won 9 games at Michigan last year. Of course, the Big Ten is not as good as the SEC, no matter what they tell you. So
I don't know, man. It looks pretty good from where I'm sitting.
I think. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Cheek.
No, you go ahead, JB.
I'll throw you one better, Cheek. I think Faison is going to play better than DJ Lagway and Bryce Underwood did in their freshman season.
Yeah, certainly Lagway. Yeah. Here's what I thought. I mentioned this to Russell earlier, that you don't want to create a quarterback controversy by if you start. I kind of like the idea of starting George first in the first half. Faison gets the second half against a tired Furman defense, but you're going to have to rest your guys in the fourth quarter. Probably there's no sense in getting anybody hurt in the fourth. So I wouldn't do that just to boost George's, ego and confidence or whatever, but you got to play him. So he's, attentive in future games.
Thank you, Joshy boy. Appreciate the phone call. Hour number 3 of the drive coming up on many of these Fan Run affiliates. Stay with us. We're back with more right after this.
The Drive. Fan Run Radio, where Big Orange Country comes to talk sports. Start your morning off with your daily dose of talk sports with John Reed and Cody McClure from 8 to 11. Then it's Tony Basilio from 11 to 1. The Playbook with William Pattison from 1 to 3. And The Drive from 3 to 6. It's 10 hours of hard-hitting local sports radio every day, right here on the flagship station for Tennessee fans. This is Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
Welcome to Axle Logistics, where excellence isn't just a goal, it's an energy. As a leading third-party logistics company, Axle is powered by an award-winning culture built on a work hard, play hard mentality. Here, the drive for success is contagious and hard work never goes unnoticed. Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, Axle Logistics is the place to launch your career. Join us and take your ambition to the stars. To learn more, visit axlelogistics.com.
Are you ready for the start of a new season? Maybe looking for your team to go on a tournament run? Get game day ready with Crumble. Head on over to your nearest location and pick up 12 pre-selected cookies plus exclusive toppers. When you're looking for dessert options, there's no question about who you should call on. Our listeners already know. Last year, the Dubai chocolate was a home run, along with the brownie batter. Oreo crumb was another crowd favorite. What new flavor will set the standard this season? If you're in the Knoxville area, there are 3 locations ready to serve you: Clinton Highway, Parkside Drive, and Maryville. Download the Crumble app to build your best lineup and vote on the best combos. You can even put your bid in to request a new flavor. Order in the app and slide on over to your nearest location. Tell them Fan Run sent you, and as always, it's for the fans, by the fans. Don't miss the cookies.
Blackford Veterinary Surgery Referral specializes in surgeries not regularly performed by your pet's general veterinarian. They're currently accepting referrals from vets all across the country. With their newly renovated state-of-the-art surgery center and highly trained staff, clients can rely on professional and thorough care. If your vet says that your pet needs surgery or rehab, ask for a referral to Blackford Vet and let them get your best friend back on its feet. Located conveniently in West Knoxville. For more information, visit blackfordvetsurgery.com.
The more you listen to your kids, the closer you'll be. So we asked kids, what do you want your parents to hear?
I feel sometimes that I'm not listened to. I would just want you to listen to me more often and evaluate situations with me and lead me towards success.
Listening is a form of love. Find resources to help you support your kids and their emotional well-being at soundedouttogether.org. That's soundedouttogether.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and Pivotal.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
Are you ready to show off that confident, radiant smile you've always dreamed of? Well, here at Knoxville Smiles, we're ready to turn your dream into a reality. At Knoxville Smiles, we're more than just a dental practice. We're your partners in achieving optimum oral health. From routine cleanings and checkups to advanced cosmetics and restorative procedures, we offer a wide range of services in an environment that makes every visit a positive and comfortable experience. At Knoxville Smiles, it's about more than just treatments. We're focused on creating a welcoming environment where you feel like family. Our state-of-the-art facilities are designed with your comfort in mind, and our friendly staff is always ready to address your questions and concerns. Don't wait any longer to achieve a beautiful smile you deserve. Schedule your appointment at Knoxville Smiles today and take that first step towards a healthier, happier you. Call us at 865-539-1776 to book your appointment today, or just visit our website at knoxvillesmiles.com.
It's time for The Drive's Top 5 at 5.
Quitting time on your Tuesday, 5 o'clock here on Fan Run Radio. I'm Russell Smith. Thanks for tuning in to The Drive. We begin our third and final hour, as always, with a quick look at today's sports news with Walker Smith. It's brought to you by Knoxville Smiles. Walker?
Thank you, Russ. We had a little bit of breaking news in the last hour. At number one, Tennessee football has added a home game with Central Michigan on the schedule for 2028.
The Chippewas.
The other non-conference game previously set for 2028 was the September 2nd game against West Virginia in Charlotte.
Oh, God.
Tennessee has never faced Central Michigan before in football. The Vols will face the Chippewas on Saturday, September 9th, and are paying them $1.3 million.
Why?
You notice they added them after they lost your quarterback, TJ?
My quarterback.
Yeah, your coach, I mean. Your coach.
PJ?
Yeah.
No, he wasn't at Central. He was at Eastern Michigan. Come on, Hodge.
No, he wasn't. Check your tape.
Whoa. What? PJ Fleck was at Central Michigan.
Hold on.
That's what I'm going with.
Western Michigan.
So you're saying, who's saying what?
He said Eastern. I said Central.
I'm changing mine
He's
to Western.
changed it to
It's not
Western.
Central. I know
so,
that.
Western, Haji, you're what? Eastern? You
Central.
Said? Central? Sorry, this is confusing.
Mm-hmm.
He coached at Western Michigan.
Thank you. Get the heck out of here.
Oh, yeah.
Central was
It's
Potts,
my
right?
guy.
Butch.
It's my guy.
It was Butch. Yeah, you should know.
I know.
He's
I know
still
this
your
stuff.
guy.
He's your guy.
Guy went undefeated at Western Michigan. They have some kind of crazy like Mustang helmet. It's really cool. He is
good colors.
Kind of plateaued out at
They're not taking the place
Minnesota.
of Nebraska. Or that was scheduled for this year, next year, wasn't it? Originally.
It didn't say if it was replacing it or not, but they might be correlated.
thought we canceled that series for some reason.
They canceled.
Nebraska did.
Nebraska canceled. 'Cause
We've
I have
got-
a Nebraska friend in Arizona, and he's always talking about Nebraska.
Georgia Tech at home in next year. West Virginia in Charlotte in 2028. And then 2029, we are scheduled to have our home and home with Washington. We play them here in 2029 and then in Seattle in 2030. That's on the schedule.
That'd be a fun trip in 2030 to go.
It
up
would
and play
be.
in Seattle.
It feels like we're
College
buying out of
setting
these
up
games
there.
left and right.
Maybe. Well, who knows? I mean,
I hope they keep it.
I mean, the schedule requirements might change again between now and then. So we'll
Isn't that the only other riverfront
It is,
football
yeah.
stadium?
Yep.
Well, here the other.
I
The
was gonna
non-conference schedule for next year is Tennessee State, Georgia Tech, and Western Michigan. Now we're playing Central Michigan and West Virginia in 2028, and it'll probably be freaking Roan State or something as the other one.
Roan State.
I mean, like let's just do it right, man. Let's play teams that you've heard of.
I wanted to go to Provo. I would have gone to Provo.
Absolutely. Didn't we have a game scheduled at Army? that we
Yes.
bought out of?
Yeah.
That would have been awesome. That stadium's not, it's not. Is it on a river? It's on some body of water.
It's by the Hudson, right?
Oh, it's a beautiful stadium.
Army
like it's
West
right up
Point.
there
Yeah,
on the water.
They
you
beat
been
us
up there?
in Neyland, by the way.
Russ,
I'm sorry.
have you been up there?
To West Point?
Yeah.
No.
I had some ex-brother-in-law and nephews went up there for a game. They said it's incredible.
Mitchie
Pomp
Stadium,
and
I believe.
Tradition.
Yeah, the
right on the Hudson.
pomp, the pageantry, the cadets.
They beat us in Neyland in the late 80s. And
Speaking of Neyland, we
Air
have the-
Force almost pulled the same thing. I think we just lay off the service academies.
That would have been such a cool. Oh, it would have been a nightmare game to play. But you could call it like the Neyland Classic or something.
Oh,
Because
the
that's
general,
right,
I mean, Army, yeah, right.
Well, the Air Force game, we won the battle and lost the war. That was the game where Inky destroyed his
And Justin Harrell. Yeah, that was
yeah.
Pyrrhic victory for sure.
At number 2, multiple teams have announced jersey sponsorships today. Notre Dame signed a deal with SoFi for $18 to $20 million annually. And Ohio State made a deal with JP Morgan Chase for $15 million a year to have their logos on the jerseys.
I mean, I was thinking like that's something you can get $5, $6, $7 million a year or something for. Now that feels like that would be a disappointing sum. I don't know that it's realistic for us to expect to get what Ohio State and Notre Dame are getting. But I think it's got to be over $10 million a year.
I do find it funny that Ohio State's fan base has been acting like they don't buy players all week. They're basically going back since the double G
Man,
thing.
Totally off topic, but did you guys see the note about Rush Probst like trying to work with Pruitt
No,
today?
did not.
There was a story that came out that Rush Probst, who's like 80 now, was going to be hired by Jeremy Pruitt or Pruitt's dad at Rainsville or something, and then it started to become a big story down there, and the principal had to come out and say, "No, we're not hiring that guy." And I forget where I was going with that now, but
paying somebody something.
Yeah, I was looking up. I was just Googling some stuff, and it was 6 years ago. It was in 2020 that Rush Probst was surreptitiously recorded talking about how Georgia and Alabama buy players. You remember that story? Like what a big deal. It was like, oh my God, like it's the smoking gun. Here's a guy who would know saying that Kirby buys players and that he learned it from Saban.
Sure he did.
And now it's like, and I went back and listened to that tape, and he's like, well, they'll pay $80,000, $90,000, $100,000 for a player. Like, oh, how cute.
Wow.
Yeah, that was more than everybody else was
That was
paying
so
in the day, though.
scandalous at the time, and now it's like, yeah, $2 million for a running back.
It's nuts.
How much money fits in a McDonald's bag, by the way?
As much as you can imagine.
Quite a
Talk about
bit.
one of those small bags that you get little
the
fries
Happy
in,
Meal
or what?
thing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the jumbo bag. You get a couple of combos in.
Yeah, here you go.
Real quick before we move on, what do you think is worth more, a Super Bowl ad or the jersey patch?
Well, the Super Bowl's one game. What's it up to now? 4?
Nope.
More?
Yep. Up. So the Super Bowl commercial average was $8 to $10 million for a spot this last year, and Ohio State's getting paid $15 million to let JP Morgan have that on their jersey. A little something we can talk about later. Of what do you think is worth more?
I'd like to see the progression of those jumps, by the way. It just seems like recently it was just $1 million a minute for the Super Bowl.
We can look. That'd be something to look into. At number 3, more details have come out about Kyle Shanahan's car accident earlier this month. He said he nearly lost an eye as a result of the crash, according to Chris Sims, who is a close friend with the 49ers head coach. Shanahan suffered multiple injuries from the two-way car crash on July 14th, including cuts to his face that required more than 40 stitches. However, this is just coming across my desk in the last couple of minutes. Kyle Shanahan did go to the podium and make clear that the car accident was his fault that left him injured.
Yes, said he was looking at his phone.
His phone was in his hand, yeah.
What did you there seems to be something of a, I don't know if I call it a kerfluffle, or the fact that ESPN in league with apparently the 49ers kept the story under wraps.
Why?
Nobody really knows, but when the 49ers finally released something on social media, like a minute later, Schefter posted his story, and within another minute, ESPN put it up. But apparently, Chris Sims had it for a while. I mean, it happened a couple of weeks ago.
Well, Sims and Shanahan are friends. They're college teammates at Texas.
Yeah, so he was honoring his friend by not telling him.
Yeah, I don't know why ESPN would sit on that, but yeah, I mean, he sounds like he's lucky to be alive.
Yeah, for sure.
Don't text and drive, folks. I don't know what else you want to do.
You
but
buy his
that's
story?
The worst. The phone was in his hand, so I've seen it in Phoenix. I'm on guard at all times. Everybody's sharing their lane with me for some reason, and it just irritates that. I can deal with my son having seizures, but people in these cars, man, that just drift. There was one on Pellissippi today. That guy had to be hammered. He was just all over the place. Yeah, just don't text him.
Don't do it. At number 4, Las Vegas Raiders head coach Clint Kubiak announced that 4-time Pro Bowl selection Kirk Cousins will be the starting quarterback over first overall Fernando Mendoza to begin training camp. Kubiak's decision comes as no surprise, as Cousins, who signed with Vegas in April, played the majority of the first-team reps during the offseason program.
Go ahead and let Cousins get hurt, right? You don't want to get Mendoza hurt.
I miss these days. I think that's the way you do it, man. Like, you draft
them?
these guys. Yes. I mean,
Patrick Mahomes was done that way.
Peyton Manning, well, Peyton actually was thrown to the wolves, but before Peyton, like, it was fairly common. You take quarterback number 1 overall, you have a crafty veteran to kind of show him the ropes, and you didn't throw him in there until he's ready. I mean, Steve McNair, I think, he didn't play hardly at all his first year. Was it Chris Chandler, I believe, was the starter for the Oilers?
Steve Young waited his turn.
Steve Young waited a long
time for his turn.
He started out the USFL.
Yeah. Patrick Mahomes is the recent guy who did it. He sat behind Alex Smith for a year before beginning to start.
Yeah.
It still works.
I think
people
that
just don't have the patience.
I think it's a prudent move by the Raiders.
It is.
Yep. And at number 5, a woman who underwent a single session of acupuncture to deal with pain in her leg found herself in an even worse state after it. After seeing a so-called acupuncture expert in her home city, she went from experiencing pain to being unable to walk, which prompted her to go to the hospital. An x-ray revealed that at least 10 needle fragments lodged in the patient's leg, which were causing the excruciating pain. It's unclear how so many acupuncture needles broke in the woman's leg after the single session. For now, the woman has only been prescribed antibiotics and anti-inflammatory medications, but doctors warned her that if her condition doesn't improve, she will require major surgery on her foot.
Fragments were found, and multiple needle fragments found inside her leg?
Yes.
And whoever was doing the acupuncture, when they pulled the needles out, didn't notice?
Apparently not.
Was she just her leg so jacked up that she didn't realize that she had needle fragments in her leg?
No, that's what happened. It was originally really bad. She went to see someone to get it fixed with acupuncture. After the acupuncture, it got worse to where she couldn't walk. So then she went to the hospital and found that there were acupuncture needles in her leg from her trying to fix her leg in the first place.
Isn't acupuncture... Is that a pseudoscience? Is that
it's not FDA approved, is it?
It's like a Far Eastern thing. I think. I don't know, but James Harrison swore by it. Have you ever seen those pictures? He'd have
I've heard
hundreds of those things all in him.
Yeah, I've heard good things about it.
FDA does not approve of acupuncture.
Call me crazy. I'd go with the massage over jamming needles into my body.
The practitioner probably said it's going to hurt for a little while afterwards.
Might feel a little prick.
I just think it's weird though what they will approve and what they won't approve. Like the whole acupuncture thing, which I mean, whether it works or not, I don't see you getting addicted to it. Like I don't know, Oxycontin.
Big Pharma doesn't want THC to be approved, Bear, for a reason.
Well,
there we go.
It's from the ground.
It'll cut into their profits.
Big Pharma.
Exactly.
Hey, fella, they couldn't.
Weed guys.
It's great.
Unite.
It's the truth, man. I don't want I don't know if your kids are listening.
They've
I'll be
kept
quiet over here.
OxyContin legal forever. The Sackler family made billions. Oh, with that gal that's running governor for our state.
Hey, I've smoked a left-handed cigarette or two in my time, and I've taken OxyContin too in my time. If I have a broken leg, give me the OxyContin all day long.
If it wasn't for the peace pipe, we might not have made our way in past the Indians, though. So life is better with THC. I'm just going to say that.
What do you mean? The peace pipe paved the way for westward expansion?
There's a reason why they call it a peace pipe.
Well, we got some stone that they traded Manhattan for a bag of beads.
It's it's quality. It helps.
Maybe
sleep.
we should try that on the international stage. Give Russia, Ukraine, get Vladimir, sit down with that Zelensky guy, and pass the doobie back and forth a little bit.
Make a bad deal, probably, but it'd be good for the long run.
Angry suicide bomber guys, just get them blitzed a little bit.
I'm not
It's
a
a
graphs
great
expert.
no bad ideas meeting we're having right now.
We're solving the world's problems, Walker. That is the top 5 at 5. It's brought to you by our friends at Knoxville Smiles. You check them out online at knoxvillesmiles.com. Cleaning teeth late tonight. They do it every Tuesday and Thursday till 7 o'clock. Special evening hours at Knoxville Smiles. Just another way they make it easier for you to see the dentist. Again, knoxvillesmiles.com to schedule your appointment. Tell them Fan Run Radio sent you. Let's get a phone call from Bill. Good afternoon, Bill. You're on the drive.
Russell, my friend, how are you?
Doing well. I was thinking of you as soon as we started talking about Army and the body of water.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. My son's a 2009 grad, so I've been there many times for football games, and it is just quite an impressive place. First of all, it's called Michie Stadium. It's spelled Mickey, Mitchie, whatever. It's Michie Stadium. They've just actually redone it. They tore down half of it and rebuilt it. It's going to seat right around 50 from what I saw last. So it's just a really pretty place. Okay, the body of water. As a crow flies, it's about a half mile from the Hudson River, but it's up on a cliff. So you see the Hudson running up, down up the complete side, and then it makes the curve there at the west point. That's why it's called the West Point. That's the west point of the Hudson where it makes a big curve. And you see the river. The body of water right next to the stadium is a reservoir. So there is a body of water literally right next to it, but that's the reservoir up on the hill, and then the river's on down. But it's just it's just such a picturesque place, and it's one of those places. If you're ever in that area, it's 40 miles up the Hudson River from the GW Bridge at there in New York. So if you're ever up that way, it's well worth it. You can take a general tour. You can't see all of West Point, obviously, but you can see a good part of it. You can see the stadium, and you can see the plane, the main area, and part of the cadet area, but you can't see it all, but you can see enough of it to get an appreciation for it. But yeah, it's really, really a beautiful place to go, and it's a great place to watch college football. And Tennessee played up there, back in the 70s. Quarterback named Kingsley Finch almost beat Tennessee up there. I mean, it was one of those up and down the field games. So I think that's the only time Tennessee's ever played up there. They were supposed to play. I wasn't happy when they canceled the Army game that was supposed to be here last year. And it wasn't that, I understood, but, it didn't make anybody happy. They waited till a year before, just one or less than 1 year before they canceled it. But, it would have been a great opportunity for UT to showcase itself and bring them all the Army people in, because whenever Army plays everywhere in the country. And they always bring a lot of fans in because, they have so many alumni and Army supporters that come in that no matter where they play, they always have a good following. So I was really disappointed, but, would have been tough on me. It would have been tough on me because that's not too.
Hey, man, would have been tough on the Vols. I mean, you talked about that almost losing that game in the 70s. I mean, there's a reason why Josh Heupel didn't want to play that game, and nobody wants to play those games against the service academies. But it would have been a very, as you put it, picturesque game.
Yeah, interesting there. Army decided to go away from the triple option offense, and they had a not so good year there. They went back to it last year, and they're right back to it. So, frankly, that's the way Army, Air Force, and Navy have got to win. Is they've got to play the triple option offense.
Yeah, nobody else prepares for it, right, during the season.
Correct.
Well, it's also hard to recruit 320-pound linemen.
Yeah, I've actually got Army as one of my bets to make the playoff at plus 1,200.
It's Jeff Monken is the coach there. Yeah.
Yes, he is.
Brothers with the Browns now.
No, he has a brother for the Browns.
Yeah.
He's the cousin of the Monken that's at, I don't know, is he still with the Falcons? Who's he with? I can't remember. But anyway, that's his cousin. A lot of people try to connect them as brothers, but they're cousins, not brothers.
I was listening to the 86 game when I was living in Atlanta. We were playing Army up here, and I remember John Ward saying, Army has not blocked a punt all year. Here's the snap. It's blocked. And just, put it out there, JW.
Yeah. Even with the great John Ward, the curse was real.
Can't do that, right?
Yeah. Good to talk to you guys. Y'all have a good afternoon.
Yep. Thanks, Bill. It's the great Bill Minott, who does a great job hosting a number of different shows with our boy Logan Quinton.
I think we might have had a little connection when we were like little kids. I meant to ask if I'd have known that.
You and Bill? Are you Bearden boys?
No, well, I moved. I grew up. Well, I lived on Sarvis Drive off Chapman Highway out in South Knoxville until we were about 6, and then moved to
Civilization,
West Knoxville. Yeah, Dean Hill. And I remember we had Minotts that were neighbors. And I don't know how. Do you know how old he is?
Bill, probably about your age.
Yeah, it might be something in there.
You guys probably crossed paths back in the day. He might have beamed you the
kids,
high and tight fastball.
Probably. I didn't see
Little
it coming because I was
somewhere.
blind. My parents didn't know I was blind until I went to pre-second grade doctor's appointment, and I couldn't read the chart. So that means I was running around my whole life blind.
If they had figured that out early, I mean, you would have been on PGA Tour. You'd have been playing in the NFL, starting center fielder for the Braves.
Now I claim to see the future in college football.
Yes. Well, sometimes your record is better than most.
I'll take that.
John Hodge of the Cover Boys, our guest in studio. We'll talk more about what the Cover Boys have coming up for you this fall. Always appreciate Hodgie's contributions to the program, and we'll take a quick timeout. We'll come right back. DR Vol is on the line as well. A couple lines available for you. 865-966 3435, your number to get on board. Stay with us.
The Drive.
Take Fan Run Radio with you on the all-new Fan Run app. Just search for Fan Run Radio wherever you download your apps.
Yeah, it's the beginning of the week, so there's not much to do in Knoxville, right? Wrong. Get out to Covenant Health Park because your Knoxville Smokies have Taco Tuesday and All-You-Can-Eat Wednesday with all the good food you can eat for less than $20. And that includes game tickets. Sweet. Thursdays, get your drink on with Thirsty Thursday and half-off draft beers. So beginning of the week blues, no more. Get your tickets now at SmokiesBaseball.com. Knoxville Smokies!
Is your yard starting to look more wild than welcoming? Yeah, don't let your landscape be that house on the block. At ECR Total Landscapes, we make sure your outdoor space is something you're proud of. From de-weeding flower beds to leaf blowing, trimming, mulching, and more, completely customizable to your property's specific needs. We'll handle it all. Why spend your weekends sweating it out in the yard when you can just sit back and enjoy it? That's the ECR difference. And right now, new customers can get 10% off your first month of our monthly maintenance package when you sign up for a full calendar year. That's right. Consistent, reliable service at a price that makes it easy to get started. No sweat, no hassle, just a better looking lawn week after week. Call ECR Total Landscapes today and mention promo code FANRUN to save 10% on your first month. Call 865-384-2012 or visit us online at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
A brand built in Tennessee and born from the love of the game, Inward Half revolutionizes golfing comfort. Crafted by a former pro and dedicated enthusiast just like you, our luxury performance wear guarantees you stay cool and comfortable through every swing and every day. We're not just a brand. We've set out to create a lifestyle for those who understand that impeccable style and premium performance are a hole-in-one. Enjoy the walk-in with Inward Half.
Hey Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
Welcome to Axle Logistics, where excellence isn't just a goal, it's an energy. As a leading third-party logistics company, Axle is powered by an award-winning culture built on a work hard, play hard mentality. Here, the drive for success is contagious and hard work never goes unnoticed. Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, Axle Logistics is the place to launch your career. Join us and take your ambition to the stars. To learn more, visit axlelogistics.com.
On the free Fan Run app on YouTube. That's free. It's free everywhere, man. We got a podcast that's free, presented by our friends over at Broadway Carpets. Help us keep it free, man. Follow on YouTube, like and subscribe. Follow the X accounts, Facebook. The kids are on TikTok and Instagram. They tell me, Haji, that's where the future is. I drew the line at Twitter. I was like, that's enough.
I'm on Instagram. I hadn't made the jump to TikTok yet. Probably, unless somebody makes me, I'll try.
Yeah,
not to do that.
Somebody wants to pay me to do it. I'll do whatever, man. I'm a radio harlot.
I went to lunch place near here today, and there's a sign on the stand by the register there. It says, "We don't have Wi-Fi. Talk amongst yourselves like it's 1995." I kind of like that.
Talk to yourselves.
Talk with each other.
Yeah.
Talk with each other. Yeah.
That's what we're doing right now.
That's we are.
With our friends.
Yeah, we are.
We're chatting.
But we have we're
visiting.
In our hands.
That's what adults do. We visit.
Visit.
Hey, man. I mean, I remember when I first started doing this radio thing, and I mean, Haji, you probably remember the days when there wasn't even internet. You had a computer, a desktop computer in front of you, and then I had like a legal pad, and I would scribble things. Now I've got my magazine, I've got my phone, I've got my laptop, I've got my iPad. I'm keeping track of the YouTube comments, the Twitter, emails, people texting me.
What do you write down? Anything? Grocery list?
I've got the show rundown. I mean, I can't,
callers.
Write down the callers,
names.
the guests we have, and then thoughts, because we'll be talking to DR Vol, and then I'll think that would be a good thing to say. If I don't write it down, I will forget it within 20 seconds.
I forget to take my grocery list to the store with me half the time. So
yeah, I got my notes here.
It's great to write everything down, but you got to remember to look at it.
Yeah, we got to talk about your contest coming up. I want a contest.
Let's get DR Vol in here, and I'll talk about that again.
DR Vol, you're on the drive. See, it's in my notes.
I
don't forget. What's up, DR? Yeah, see, you forgot. Yeah. You got to write it down. Yeah. What's up, DR?
What's going on, guys? This is pretty cool for me. Haji's always been one of my favorite callers to the show, so it's pretty cool to talk to him.
Same to you, buddy. Thank you.
Real meeting of the minds here.
That. Well, and I like to I'm in sales. I like to test out people, and when I get to know them, I had a few questions for Haji. Tennessee basketball plays Michigan basketball. Who are you pulling for?
Who am I pulling for?
What kind of question is that, DR?
You never know these days.
I'm more of a Tennessee basketball fan probably than football even. I would go so far as saying that. I told Russ during the commercial, my dad went to Ohio State, so I hate Michigan, everything about Michigan. And I'm not fond of the current Ohio State thing, but I've always pulled for them, because they were always on and I always watched them.
Really? You're a pseudo Buckeye?
Back in the day, Russell.
Buckeye-like tendencies, huh? I knew there was something wrong with you, Haji. I just, all these years I've known you, just couldn't quite put my finger on it. It's all starting to make sense now.
If you're going to
ask me, he's got Buckeye blood.
if you start, if there's a list of who I would pull forward to win a national championship besides us, I would put Ohio State above every other SEC team. I'm not an SEC homer guy. I pull against my rivals year round. I don't want any of them to be any good.
So you're pulling for Ohio State over Texas?
I'm pulling for Texas on September 12th.
It makes perfect sense, doesn't it?
Not really.
You're not very consistent in your policy here,
I'm going to
Haji.
have a financial interest in Texas
Okay,
over Ohio State.
It's work and play.
That the financial interest trumps all sometimes.
Keeps the business separate from emotions.
I just hope we don't lose the UT versus UT. They're going to claim they're the real UT if they win, but they've never done that in basketball, so I don't know why they would.
Yeah, we generally had the upper hand in basketball. We beat them in baseball this
They're
past
going to be
year.
really good in basketball this year, though, by the way.
Yeah.
But
going to be good in baseball, too. But
we were UT before Texas was a state.
Thank you.
Closed.
Yeah. Davy Crockett says hello.
DR, this is your call. Sorry.
No, you're good. I'm getting to a point. So you're pulling for Tennessee over Michigan.
100%.
basketball, right?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Okay, so you're a better fan than Morgan Wallen. What about Tennessee football versus Texas football?
Sorry?
Tennessee football against Texas football. You're pulling for Tennessee.
100%.
Okay, so you're a better fan than Peyton Manning. Okay,
Wow.
Tennessee versus Arizona State.
Yeah, Tennessee over everybody if it'll speed things up.
Okay, good deal. So you're better than Walker on that. Now that we got that out of the way, guys. What? Speaking of callers, where is Stevie at?
It's a good question. Geraldo's made a couple of cameos this summer. We need a Stevie call.
Need some Stevie
I know,
stats.
man.
In season only.
I love that guy. Now, Bear, I'm glad you spoke up. Where's the barometer at? Because I'm going to be honest with you, the more highlights and videos and pictures of Faison, Brandon I see, I'm getting woolly.
I mean, I go back to what we were talking about with Adam Sparks in the first hour. If you didn't get a chance to hear it, check out the podcast. But it's almost that, and Russ has talked about it, nobody on the coaching staff has said anything that would make you think that Faison's a runaway to be the starter. It's just something that the fans and some media people have kind of ran with. Nobody really knows.
Nobody knows.
Josh isn't going to tell anybody for starters, and then the fans got to have something to talk about. So, of course, that's what's going to be on their minds.
It'd be so funny if McIntyre turns out to be the prince who was promised.
Oh, don't get me started on that, Russ. But we already had the Polynesian princess, and that was a disappointment.
What if Faison beat Manning in his third start?
You go ahead.
That would be cool.
Crown and coronation right there, yeah. Build the statue.
Then you let Marshall go wherever he wants. We don't need him anymore.
Whoa.
No,
We're going to slow your roll there, buddy.
He'll have a locker.
I saw there was footage of Marshall throwing like new footage of him just a couple of days ago. And just the way he like walks after he throws.
He supposedly said Omaha. Is that the one?
I couldn't. Yeah, somebody said that. I didn't make that out, but
sounded like almost 1-2.
The
and
mannerisms.
He threw that down the
So
seam.
you got his old man's mannerisms,
and he just walked away. To your point,
yeah, like just the way he walks, his gait.
So you got the big forehead that's filled with football knowledge, like his dad did.
I mean, he's only like 5'10" right now, but
his forehead's not fully developed.
He had the number 16 on his jersey.
He did.
Oh man,
he's only 5'10".
He's only 14.
Listen, we didn't put this.
He's 14 years old.
He's 14 years old. We didn't put this kind of pressure on Navy Schuler. Let's not put it on Marshall Manning.
Yet.
Guys, you ever talking about those wide receivers? I got to add one. Probably CP's on there, and Juwan Jennings, and honestly Kelly Washington, because that's about when I started watching Tennessee like really invested. I loved him.
Yes. What was he, Russ? The franchise.
The future.
The future.
The franchise. Do you remember what his dance was called?
No.
It's called the Squirrel.
Really?
He had his own dance, the Squirrel. Yep.
What was the tight end at Miami? It was his claim.
Kellen Winslow.
Yeah,
he was
claim?
a soldier.
Yeah.
I'm a soldier.
Yeah. Didn't he get arrested for like
he's still in
sexually
jail.
assaulting an 80-year-old woman?
Yeah, he's
God.
Yeah, he's freaky deaky.
What in the world?
Multiple.
CT. That dude, not right. He's defective upstairs.
He's defective.
We're going to blame his sexual predator status on CTE.
Do you know anybody
Boy,
that does that kind of activity that's in their right mind?
Yeah, no.
Maybe not in the right mind, but I'm not sure that I'm blaming head injuries for it.
No, he needs to be put down for doing that. That's insane.
Yeah, it is.
Good God.
He was into the geriatrics.
Say, good God, look what he did to that woman. But I think that's worse. That's ridiculous.
That is horrible.
Now, last question, Haji, and I'll hop off here. American Revolution, who'd you pull for? And you compare with Bear. Thanks, guys.
You got it. Thank you.
He doesn't even deserve a flush. What a moron.
Oh.
He's a complete idiot. I like him. He's a buddy of mine, but he's just a complete moron.
Love him to death, but he's very dumb.
Yeah.
Lee Greenwood could throw down Stalin and just like that.
He throw down from the.
Speaking of West Point, that's where your boy Benedict Arnold sold out our fort, right?
Your boy Benedict Arnold.
I don't know about all that, Russ. Sorry. Excuse me. Half the Confederate generals or more went to West Point. If you go back and look, there was always a push to shut down West Point around the Civil War era.
Oh, okay. So West Point is tainted.
A lot of the traders that joined the Confederacy went to college. Do you have to play that so loud? I mean, I know it's your favorite toy, but it's just unbearable.
I don't know. Do you have to stand at attention saluting every time?
Yeah, I'm not. You realize I'm on camera right now. Everybody knows that you're lying about that. I mean, I don't know. You do you, man.
Good tune.
Newt Rockney said General Nealon was
You
the
like
best
it more
coach
than
ever.
I do. What's that say? Hold on just a second here.
Dude.
You're the one who's always playing it. I think you protest too much.
Maybe onto something there.
You don't have to cover your heart with your hand. That's not even the way they do it over there. I mean, come on, dude. Ridiculous.
I'll say we got to have. I mean, if we're going to point the fingers at someone, Phil does ask for it to be played every day.
I mean, you go right ahead, Russ. Laugh if you want to. Seen your type before, flashy.
I think
Making
I
the
will.
scene.
Thank you very much.
Flaunting convention.
What's that, Haji?
I couldn't hear you with music.
What's that? 865-966-3435. Your phone number to get on the show this afternoon. Chop is not playing, Walker.
Chop is not playing today.
Chop, no.
How did Cunha do last night?
Hey, he had a hit in his first at bat.
What happened to the Braves?
I would store that Chop.
Something
music
happened last night?
Yeah, it was the word barrel comes to mind.
Oh.
We bent over it.
A little sore today, huh?
Oh, no.
Yeah, it happens, man.
What are you going to do?
Pitching, bullpen. These guys,
Trade
man.
deadline's in about a week. Got to find yourself an arm.
Scooble, come on down.
Glavin, Smoltz, Avery, and Maddox, they didn't spend a lot of time on the IR.
No, and they weren't coming out at 90 pitches either. It finished the damn game.
Bobby Cox liked to play the numbers, though. He did do that a lot. He pulled some guys that maybe shouldn't have been, but he's a legend.
He is.
Well, I hate this thing now where so you used your bullpen guys, your high leverage arms, which is another term I hate. Yeah. You used all your high leverage arms a lot in the series against Baltimore Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So we're not going to use those guys. It's a tied 3-3 in the sixth inning. See, now I'm getting upset.
Can't go
Walker,
to Iglesias.
This is your fault. Yeah, can't go to Iglesias. Can't go to Dodd. Suarez is hurt. Can't go to who else? Kenley. Like all our guys. And it's not like our bullpen is full of great pitchers anyway right now. But we can't use these guys because they've got to have a day off. It's a 3-3. Like, can we win the game? Can we win the game?
It's tough.
Telling Bobby Cox,
not playing Bobby, the Chop today,
we can't use Wohlers today. He pitched 2 days in a row. We can't use him 3 days in a row.
Yeah, every
it's
game
long
counts.
Season.
You're right.
When season is dark and full
when
of
you get
tears.
to September, you might wish you had a couple of these wins, though, right now.
It's telling me. Speaking of baseball, we do have to mentally prepare ourselves. Speaking of Scooble as well, that there is a chance that when Bob returns next week, that Scooble is going to be a Dodger.
Oh my
and
God.
I don't know if
are you serious?
Yeah. Just saying. Prepare yourself.
Dodgers can't catch a break.
And
Bob's quite possibly one of the most obnoxious people we've had on the show.
And even more obnoxious than normal, Bob Baskerville.
Oh, man.
Just
I don't like talking about people when they're not in the room.
His ego won't be able to
welcome
fit
to the
through that
drive.
door.
That's all we do.
I know.
That's all we
You also
do
do
here.
it in his front of his face too, don't you?
Well, yeah, I'm an equal opportunity offender. He just the way he looks down his nose at everything and everybody when it comes to the Dodgers, his teams.
Bear doesn't like it when professional baseball teams buy championships. He finds that to be
What's that hat you're wearing?
unfair.
Is that hat? Oh, is that a New York Yankees hat?
Greatest
you have on
franchise
right now?
in the history of professional sports.
This guy hates it when teams pay their players a lot of money.
Yeah.
Hates it.
When does when does De La Cruz get fitted for pinstripes there, Walker?
Never.
Or Dodger
What are you
blue?
talking about? No,
It's going to be one or the other.
It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
How many years? How long's he got before he heads to free agency?
He won't be his entire career in Cincinnati. He'll be a Red forever.
I hope so.
You're gonna have to get the crowbar out and put it in the owner's wallet and see if they can pry out some money for him.
Hey, we're doing our best.
Texter, tweeter, messenger, whatever we're calling these people in the YouTube chat. Big Dog West Tennessee says Army leads the all-time series against UT 5-2-1.
Really?
I see
I'm
Tennessee
going to look at-
leads
I'm gonna go look this
5-2-1 on my phone.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense. Big Dog West Tennessee. Get your facts right and come back and see me.
Yeah, because like I can remember from my childhood at least 2 or 3 wins.
He said Army won in 1986, 25-21.
I
You
said
remember that?
I said that. That was the
Yes.
one that Army blocked the punt.
Yes.
Now, Army
Don't look
prior,
at
you know, Walker's
1923.
generation might not realize this, but prior to what, 1960, 1955, something like that, Army
was powerhouse.
was a
Sure.
college football powerhouse.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
I
he
know
knows
about that.
Yeah.
Army, Navy, Notre Dame.
So it
Southern
wouldn't,
Cal.
it wouldn't surprise, but you know, we wouldn't have played them, I wouldn't think, a lot
No.
in the Neyland era.
Because
I don't recall hearing about those games.
playing against his mates, basically. Is that what you're
Well,
saying?
it was just more. It was a long way to travel.
Yeah.
Army won the first game 41-0 in
41
1923.
to nothing.
1923. That's a lot of points.
In West Point.
1923 too.
We played them in Memphis in 1966. Beat them 38-7.
Beat them 48-3 in 1970. Take that, Army.
We had a tie with them in
At the height of the Vietnam
1984.
War.
24-24.
Yeah, I was at that game. That's
Ties are
The
pretty
tie?
common.
Oh, that's cool.
Ask
it's
Pat
like ties
Dye and Johnny
always.
Majors.
How many ties were you at, Hodge?
How
Have
many-
you ever won, Russ? I guess
I have an unfavorite tie.
Yeah, I don't know that I was at a tie, but I remember a lot of ties.
89 Auburn.
Yeah.
Greg
Greg
Berkey.
Burke.
Yeah.
that was brutal.
We led the whole game, stood the whole game. That was the best atmosphere I've ever been in on the road.
That's the one. If we had won that game, we probably would have played for the Natty that year, right?
We were 9-2-2 and won the SEC that year, which is crazy.
Did Georgia?
record.
Let's see. Georgia Tech tied 6-6 the week after Tony Robinson got hurt. Dickey's first game at quarterback.
Okay.
There was a UCLA game. It was 26-10. I believe they scored 16 to close it out to get to the tie.
man.
That was a horrible. And there was one the Alabama game.
Alabama
we lost,
93.
David Palmer.
Yes.
That was
which
still
ended up
hurts.
being a win.
that was a
That was
loss
a
for us though because
That
we
was
were
a loss.
we were up
But
17.
according to the record
with no
books,
time
that's
left.
that's a win.
Was it Littleman or Garner who had the long run? Garner had a long touchdown run that game, and then Littleman went over the top. Did he fumble on the goal line? I've tried to
don't
block
remember
all that
that.
from my memory. And then I do remember David Palmer running in a 2-point
Yeah, I
conversion
knew it was going
to
to
tie it.
happen. Yeah, when they
Everybody on everybody watching in the stadium on the field knew who was getting the ball.
there was
The
another
deuce.
tie that I thought
33 years ago, it still hurts.
the first game on the Tartan Turf was a tie that we tied
Georgia.
Yeah.
But that one felt like a win, right?
yeah,
Ties.
yeah, because we scored with no time left.
I remember
And
the
then made
guy threw the
2-point
ball in
conversion.
the air.
That was Gary Kress.
Gary
and that was
Kress.
the one we talked about. One of them. There
Was
was
that the
a
guy
punt.
that was a coach at Coalfield
Yes.
forever? Gary Chris.
There was a The touchdown might have been a throw it in the end zone, and then the 2-pointer might have been a punt into the end zone, I was thinking, or vice versa. Possibly, maybe not. So I think somebody kicked it in the end zone, but into the stands. But
oh yeah, sure. I mean that was a great celebration back in the olden days. The guys would like throw the football as hard as they can into the like upper deck.
Yeah.
Nowadays, you do that, you probably get a penalty called against you.
I would say penalty.
You can have 5 guys like arm in arm doing a line dance, and there's no penalty. But Lord forbid we throw a football in the stands.
Well, the college people, they have to throw them back, don't they? Mostly still.
Yeah, when we were a kid, remember the pros.
NFL, everybody gets a football.
Yeah.
Fascinating. Quick timeout. Final segment coming up. Big Dog West Tennessee says check it again. It's Army 5-2-1. I'm trying to find this.
Army won the first one and the most recent one, and we won the 5 in between.
The internet disagrees with you, Big Dog. 5 wins for the Vols, 2 losses, and 1 tie.
3-1-1 at home.
Kind of wish ties were still a thing.
No, you really don't.
You remember the Air Force game when they scored at the end of the game and went for 2 to win, and luckily we stopped it.
Was that the Inky game?
Yeah.
Yes, what 31-30 or 32?
I was just so glad really just have that thing over.
Yeah.
Overtime just
we couldn't stop it.
Overtime
ties weren't all bad.
So hit or miss. I feel like adding ties. I kind of wish it was a little bit of a thing.
I would almost take a tie over a game decided by 2-point conversions.
I think I would take that too.
You know, if you're going to play 2-point conversions, I hate that. I hate it. Yeah.
It's like penalty kicks, shootouts in soccer. Yeah. I always say, like, it'd be like instead of playing overtime in basketball, let's just have a free throw shooting contest.
The one good thing
it's not
about
basketball.
Yeah, no, exactly. Well, I don't want to talk about.
I still don't know how I feel about overtime, like starting on the 25.
Let's
have a kickoff. Let's have a possession. Let's play football.
Like the NFL.
Or just start it from the 50, so you're not in field goal range to begin.
And the NFL has ties.
They do.
They're rare.
15 minutes, right?
Like you would have some coaches play for ties in college back in the day. That was like
Pat Dye and Johnny Majors.
Osborne.
Yeah. Well, he went for the touchdown against Miami.
He did, didn't he? Okay, I'm just unfairly disparaging the name of Tom Osborne. Sorry.
No,
apologize. Retract that statement from the record.
Sorry. The 2-point thing comes in handy if you've got the underdog plus 2.5, though, because once it gets to extra points, then you can't lose.
The chic. It all comes back to gambling.
Only lose by 2.
Hey, stay with us. We'll let him tell you about the Cover Boys when we continue the shocking conclusion of the drive coming up next here on Fan Run Radio.
The Drive. Streaming worldwide at fanrunradio.com and on the free Fan Run app. This is Big Orange Country's sports talk radio superstation. Fan Run Radio. Knoxville.
What kind of day is it? It's a White Claw day. Grab a pack, grab your friends. Everything else in life can wait. Your friends shouldn't. Let's go. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Citizens National Bank.
Life is more fun with a Good Life account, offering extra benefits, including bank travel. Experience the trip of a lifetime to Ireland. Explore rolling green hills, historic castles, and charming villages across the Emerald Isle. Get in on the fun. Call 865-429-7935 today.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
Located in Knoxville's historic Old City, Barley's offers great food, live music, the best draft beer selection in town, and now your new favorite place to watch sports. Their indoor projector is perfect for any weather, and they've revamped their upstairs area with more TVs to take in all of the action. Their menu features hand-battered chicken tenders, juicy burgers, fresh salads, and the tastiest pizza in Knoxville. You can enjoy their happy hour drink specials daily from open until 6 p.m. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
Okay, so we really need uniforms and equipment for this season. Can I trust you with that? Cool, I'll just order them online. What? Yeah, I'm going to hop online and I'm going to get them ordered. Hold up, that's not a good idea. We shouldn't just spend money on some random online retailer, okay? I mean, it seems pretty convenient. Trust me, it's a terrible idea. Let me simplify this for you. SM Athletics. Okay, how do you pronounce it? SM Athletics? They're the go-to for uniforms and equipment, whether it's for universities, high schools, youth leagues, you name it. So why wouldn't you rather go with professionals who can guide us through the process, design the perfect uniforms, and deliver the best equipment? Yeah, I guess that makes sense. What's the name again? SM Athletics. Right. It's definitely smarter to go with a company that emphasizes customer service, fair pricing, and, of course, excellent products. Exactly. So, yeah, I guess it's settled then. For uniforms and equipment for all sports, it's SM Athletics.
Ball fans, reimagine your home at Broadway Carpets and Flooring for any remodeling or building needs. With a variety of carpets, rugs, hardwood, vinyl, and stone, Broadway has all the flooring and installation options you're looking for, including pet-resistant products like Pet Perfect Carpet from Shaw Floors. Visit their showroom in downtown Knoxville or the location in West Knoxville located on Kingston Pike near Pellissippi Parkway today.
Where are the best ribs in the Volunteer State? Rickard Ridge. Who has the best barbecue?
After an interception, he should be in the Ring of Honor, Mr. Monday Night, back before they were the Titanics.
Kind of remember that vaguely.
Argue against that. Phil says, hopefully W will enjoy lower income housing. Thank you, Phil. I'm glad to know that my neighborhood is top of mind for you. Ricky D. Bones says, THC for the win. Go see God or gnomes or geometric shapes. Appreciate that.
Preach.
And, well, we got a lot of knuckleheadedness happening in the chat, as is par for the course there.
Yeah.
Haji, appreciate you coming in. Good to see you.
Appreciate you boys. Always good
How
to
long
see
are
you
you
guys.
in town for?
I believe Thursday midday because I missed the 110 so bad. I'm going to just have to hurry back now. No, I got to get back. I fly Allegiant. They're the only nonstop opportunity. So they only
thought you just had the Cover Boys private jet.
They fly. It's
or the Sheik's Magic Carpet.
No, that's the RTI. They wasn't available this week. They only fly on Sunday, Thursday, and Sunday. So it depends on what I got going on. If
They fly nonstop from Knoxville to Phoenix?
Yep.
Really?
That's the flight I
Pretty
always
nice,
took
yeah.
going to him from school.
3.5 hours.
They actually go to L.A., but for Haji, they just give him a parachute and say, hey, have fun. See ya.
Push you out there in the 122-degree weather over there right now.
Good times.
What's this contest you're doing again?
Well, it's not my contest. This was the one I wanted to mention, though. For subscribers and anybody else that wants to get a piece, I'm going to Vegas on the 10th. And I got in this contest last year. You remember, Russ. It was it's the Westgate Super Contest. And it's the Circa has the Super Contest for NFL and the Survivor Contest. And so the Westgate last year was their first one. College Super Contest. So I entered that, and there was 1,080 entries, and I was T31 and T74 in my first attempt. So I thought I was pretty good.
What does the winner get?
It's all cash. It's $500 an entry, and they don't take a cut. So it's they paid 10 places last year because there was 1,000 people. So not a lot of people won, but I think the three-way tie for eighth last year got 9,000. I think it was like, if you do your quick math on 500 times 1,000, that's 500,000. So I think it was 250.
Checks
maybe.
out.
The winner got about 250.
Nice.
So and I remember a couple of those, like that Auburn game that they had that led the whole game, and the Arizona was leading BYU the whole game, and it went. The one that Auburn lost was because they won the toss in overtime. Had they not won the toss in overtime, they would have won. But anyway, 4 wins away from the money last year, so not bad. Really excited about it, doing it again this year. So if anybody wants to get a piece of one of those entries with me, just reach out to me there at Desert Dog Wins on Twitter, and and we'll have a little piece. The subscribers will get a little piece as well if I can get in the money, certainly.
And Cover Boys starts here in about a month.
28th officially, I think. William and I, if you didn't listen earlier, William Pattison is now the co-host of the Cover Boys for this season, and looking forward to that. And we'll be doing, like I said, Monday early look at the lines and recapping the weekend. So more content certainly for the Cover Boys all over YouTube as well this year.
Doing it live on YouTube, and then the podcast will be on the Fan Run feed for folks who get in the Signal chat, because you would put the link to the SoundCloud podcast,
Right.
The early link.
Yeah, I think the YouTube show will be on Thursdays, and it might be here Thursday nights as well on the station podcast feed. We'll record on Wednesday evenings.
Good stuff.
And edit that, and so it won't be live on YouTube. It'll be early on YouTube, certainly.
We'll do it live, as they say.
We'll do it live.
Always a good time to do it live.
Yes, sir. All right, Haji, it's good seeing you
Thanks
here.
again. Appreciate you guys. Yeah, it's hard to get everybody in when I'm in, but it's fun. Fun to be back here, certainly. Twice a year if I can do it.
Yeah, I mean, the YouTube numbers were good today. We might, I don't know, just tell Baskerville he can stay down there.
Whoa. No, we aren't.
No, he's too good.
We
He's
got
too
the
good.
Sheik in here. That's what happens.
I'll call you on Fridays.
Love it.
We'll mail you the Crest Cup, Bobby.
I don't like
We'll
your
overnight
tone
it
towards
over to you.
Mr. Baskerville, Russ.
Couple of other honorable mentions. Mark said, "What about Meacham?"
He was pretty good.
Yeah, he's another guy who had a long pro career.
Yep.
And then somebody did Dante Stallworth get a mention?
No, he didn't. He probably should have.
It was on my list, but I don't know if his off-field deal might have cost him a little bit.
Cedric Wilson,
good one,
long pro career.
Yep.
And then Justin Hunter's an interesting one. I think the beginning of the 2010 season, was it 2010 when Hunter tore up his knee?
You know the years better.
It was the Florida game. But you go back and
That was 2011.
That game against Cincinnati, when we had Hunter and Derrick Rogers.
Oh, when everybody was healthy.
And Bray. Yeah. And that offense
was unstoppable.
Looked like it was going to be a juggernaut through the first game or two. And then we go down to Florida, think we're going to win, and Hunter blows out his knee on the first possession of the game. I wonder what his career would have looked like, and consequently, like what the Dooley era would have looked like if he hadn't had that injury, if he had stayed healthy.
Well, just a few months later, we hired the Cincinnati coach, did we not?
A year or two later. Yeah,
the guy that Dooley
year.
beat. That was
His
what people
audition.
used to say.
I thought it was the end of that year.
We hired the one guy Dooley beat.
All I know about Butch Jones.
Butch Jones is ass.
Thank you, Haji.
Appreciate you guys.
Good to see you. Thank you,
Always
Walker.
fun.
Thank you, Bear. We will be back tomorrow for another stellar edition from 3 to 6 here in the